Yes, can I show you? Can I show you?
Wait, oh, I know what she's about to do.
Can I show you?
I heard this before.
Chestnut dick right RPS. Why is everyone rocking with chestnut?
No, you gotta see me do it. What you mean?
Yo, everyone
No, she
rocking
has
with
to get
chestnut.
through the actions and everything, like out the car.
I gotta get out the car and do it.
I feel like he's gonna.
We almost there. You're on. Chill out, just because you get in the country, don't think you're an animal now.
Yo, I feel like he's gonna.
Nah, it ain't even because of that.
He's trying to set me up.
You know?
Yeah, guys, I'm trying to get out of this.
Why do we have a random gay man in my car right now? I just realized. What the fuck? What is going on?
Hey, no, me.
Is that all you say?
Bro, hey, I like dick. I like dick.
You are such a fake gay person.
Bro, I'm not fake. I'll show you. All right, hold up. Pull up on any guy right now and I'll show you.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Wait.
Says, hi,
so he likes
me.
girls
Give me some
then.
dick.
Bro, pull up on any guy right now and I'll show you, bro.
For that bullet.
He ain't no threat. He's slow.
Whose house is this?
Charleston?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
This the motherfucking real nigga right here. And if I understand him, he understand me, we wouldn't understand each other. So what's up?
I'm just happy.
Yeah, I got a good grip.
Yeah, I see. Shit, you strong. Yeah, shit. I can tell you play sports. Yeah, I can tell you play sports.
Yeah, I did.
I can tell.
Yeah, I did.
Shit.
Ma'am.
You gotta... Hey, what's up?
You know, moist is one thing, but wet is just, you know, it ain't what we shooting for. You know what I mean? Miss Man.
No, come on, please. Come on, man, please. Come on, man, please.
I need you to be kind and respectful to my guests. Oh. Where that pin poker at, man? Go ahead and get the pin poker out. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I didn't do nothing for that. Oh, wait a minute. Miss Runner.
All right, chill. Why'd you get my report on your
We saw stuff
what I miss?
for behavior. That's going to be.
All right. Landon, the stream is now for fucking private. Put it private. What did you do to get water poured on you?
I'm just being myself, man.
Okay.
It is fucking so. No.
Ma'am, I did nothing but bless you. I called you nothing but ma'am and Miss Brenner.
All right.
Wow. The disrespect. This is what happens, fellas, whenever a bird gets in the room and she feels like she could do whatever she want to do because there's not a man in that room who she feels will check her. So she pretty much feels like those dudes on this platform is pretty feminine. I'm just keeping it a buck. That's why she acted the way she acted. If she was in a presence and she felt like she was around a bunch of masculine men,
Chael Sonnen believes Merab Dvalishvili could be risking his career by waiting for a title shot. Aljamain Sterling currently sits at number 1 in the bantamweight rankings, with Merab behind him at number 2. The champ Sean O'Malley, however, does not seem interested in the Merab fight. He has called out Chito Vera, Henry Cejudo, and even Ilia Topuria since. Chael said with Merab saying that he is going to wait and do nothing else. My next fight will be for the belt. I'm willing to wait. In fact, he qualifies by saying, I'm even willing to wait a year if that's what it takes. When your phone rings and you're given an opportunity, no matter how massive that opportunity is, when you turn it down and try to talk about, I've won 9 fights in a row, I've proven who I am. Is that contingent on the fact that Aljo has a backdoor deal? That he's had a conversation? And he's got a reasonable expectation that he will get Sean anywhere in the near future? Because if not, it would really seem as if Merab is risking his career. Dana White recently responded to the rumors of Ronda Rousey and Brock Lesnar returning to the UFC. On Brock Lesnar, Dana said, "I think Brock's done. I don't think he's ever coming back." On Ronda Rousey, Dana said there's no shot. She's accomplished everything she set out to do. Her dream was to win a UFC championship, then win a WWE championship, and she's done it. Now she's starting a family. Ronda has made so much money, and she's still making a lot of money in sponsorships. Chris Weidman responds to Dana White saying that he tore both his ACL and LCL in the fight against Brad Tavares. Weidman says that's actually not true, and he only has a 4-week recovery time. He has no plans of retiring.
What do you think Chris Weidman should do after
retire?
Retire.
I love Chris Weidman. I love him. I love his family, and I think he should retire. We talked to Doc D. Doc D thinks he blew his MCL, ACL. He blew one of the CLs, and you know, guy's just coming back from a gruesome injury, and you know, listen, man, father time is not our friend at all, but definitely if you're a professional athlete, it's.
So if he comes up to you and says, "I want one more fight," is that something you say like, "Hey, maybe let's talk about this"?
First of all, depending on the damage to the knee, you're talking another year. So I would say, Chris, I love you. Please retire.
Dana White, it went viral. Chris Weidman, please retire. So I try to put myself in other people's shoes. I spoke to Dana White that night. So let's start with his comments. I see his comments. You know, to see your boss say that about you, it kind of sucks. You know what I mean? That's not it's not something you ever want to hear your boss say. But if I put myself in his shoes, he's told by the doctor, after I've been out for 2.5 years with a super serious, probably the worst injury in the history of the UFC, I come back from that, and then he finds out before the presser that I tore my ACL and my LCL. That's another year, right there. So when he's asked, you know, what do you think's wrong, you know, next for Chris? He tore his ACL and his LCL. I mean, I'd probably say, yeah, he should retire too. You know, if I tore my ACL and my LCL, man, I mean, I would that might be it. That might be it for me. I hate to just put blanket statements on myself, but yeah, that's probably it for me. But I only have a 4-week recovery now, and so it's not like I fought bad. I still love this. It's not like I'm doing this. I'm not doing this just for the money. Do I like getting the money from it? Yes, but I don't need it. I have listen, I got options. I got options for myself. I'll be good for the rest of my life. But I love what I do. I have more to offer the sport. I still think I could bring a lot to the table and bring some great fights. So when I'm done, I'll know it and we'll be done. But it's not yet.
Daniel Cormier gives props to Anthony Smith for his victory over Ryan Spann this past weekend. On his YouTube channel, DC said Ryan Spann and Anthony Smith fought. Ryan Spann hit Anthony Smith a couple of times really hard. Anthony Smith was able to fight through that and get the victory. Why is that important? Because guys, I thought Anthony Smith was done, as did so many others. We thought that this was a guy who was going out there and fighting and making money, but it kind of lost the idea that he could be one of the best in the world. He never said that, but we as the talking heads in the world thought Anthony Smith was done. He proved at UFC Singapore that the fighting spirit is still there. Hats off to Lionheart. This guy isn't as set on his TV career as I thought. The back and forth between Anthony Smith and Alex Pereira continues. It started with Smith saying that Pereira isn't as big and scary at light heavyweight as he was at middleweight. Pereira took offense to this and fired back at Smith, calling him washed up. Smith has responded to Pereira on his SiriusXM radio show. He said, "I'll be honest, I texted Glover Teixeira yesterday and said, what in the f*** is this? I'm trying to figure out which direction I'm supposed to go here. Did he take something out of context? Is he reading headlines or did he actually listen to what I said? Because what I said was that, essentially, he's the same size as everyone else. You think if I said Islam Makhachev is the same size as every lightweight, he's going to come at me pissed off about it? No. My whole point was that he moved up to 205, so he's not going to enjoy the same size advantage that he did at 185. That's it. Is that crazy? Am I wrong? The whole question was, you're a guy that moved up from 185 to 205. What are some of the things that you experienced that Alex may be experiencing? And what do you see as the differences? I said the difference is, he's not the largest guy in the division. He went from being the largest middleweight on planet Earth to being a normal size 205er. Then I went on to say, what makes him special, I used the word special, that he's a special talent when it comes to being a striker, and that the division is more interesting with him in it. I said a bunch of nice shit about you, and you're going to talk shit. I don't think so. That's not how this works. Then we're just going to shake hands when we see each other, because you're doing this media thing because you're looking for a rival. If you want a f***ing rival, you've got one right here. I didn't do shit to you. I've been nothing but complimentary of him and his whole team, and a lot of his training partners. I don't know what I did to that guy. Following Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender Series last night, Dana had some harsh words from Merab Dvalishvili at the post-fight press conference. Dana is not a fan of Merab's mentality towards fighting for the title and says the UFC may not be the place for him.
And you touched on a little bit about maybe who's next for O'Malley. I'm just wondering, what is the likelihood that it would be Merab? I know that there's some controversy of him not wanting to fight. He wants Aljo to have the rematch. What's your idea for that?
Everybody in this room and everybody who watches this video knows how I feel about this. Yeah. Yeah, I hate it. Hate it. And if that's... Why did you even get into this sport? If that's your mentality and the way that you think. I don't even want the title. I don't even want the championship. We're friends. We're this. We're that. This is not... You could be friends with everybody in this business. There's a lot of nice people in this business, a lot of good people. This is not about friendship. This is about finding out who the best in the world is. And if you don't want to find out who the best in the world is, this is not the place for you. You should be somewhere else. There's plenty of places to fight where they don't give what you do. Doesn't work here.
Aljamain Sterling and Merab responded to Dana via Instagram. Aljo posted this to his story. He wrote, "If I don't get the rematch because of politics, then give Merab the title shot he earned. Either way, it's a win for us. Hashtag family." And Merab reposted it to his story. And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post future ones. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one's from Casual TW.
Dang straight it was.
Oh my god! Hi! You know, I'm really shocked because I thought the only award I would ever maybe win was maybe a Tony Award, but now I'm a musical theater gal with a streamy! There's also been an extreme amount of transphobia and hate, and I know that my community is feeling it, and I now know that even our allies are feeling it.
I'm so sick of this.
Allies.
This video is brought to you by TatumStore.com. Get the merch link in the description section. Like and subscribe to the channel. Y'all already know what to do. Let's get into this. Dylan Mulvaney. This dude is a walking act.
That's not too good.
It's no way that this person is serious. But it's funny because everybody's taking this dude serious. This dude is acting. It's an act. Let me just play the first part of this clip. Just look at it.
Oh my god! Hi! You know,
is that really how somebody reacts to an award? Is that really a genuine response? No, it's an act. This person is creating a character when all you're doing is because you're trans. I want y'all to understand this. This person, with his talents, never did anything. Never became popular. It's not like his Instagram, TikTok, or whatever was popping. Right? It only became apparent because the dude transitioned to a fictitious character of a woman. That's what I want it to be very clear. What the message is here is that if you fail at your acting career and you failed at being a gay dude, if you want to do something different, transition to being a woman and you become incredibly famous, making millions of dollars. And you will win awards because you transition, not because your talents, not because your ability, not because who you actually are, but who you try to present to be in a time and a space that is elevating trans people because they want to push an agenda. Now just listen to the award speech and the acceptance speech. It's a complete act. Roll the clip.
Oh my god! Hi! You know, I'm really shocked because I thought the only award I would ever maybe win was maybe a Tony Award, but now I'm a musical theater gal with a streamy! Theater tick.
Are all these people really happy for this dude? These are probably a room full of people who have been creating and been adding value forever. And this dude comes on the scene because he's trans, that somehow he wins an award over all these people that probably have been making a career out of making good content and being, I wouldn't say they genuine because most creators are fake. But just imagine being them watching this person that just emerged on the scene as a trans and became famous and winning awards over all them.
Talk, we made it to the mainstream. 532 days ago, I made a coming out video that turned into my Days of Girlhood series.
Girlhood, you're a grown woman, or a grown man, whichever one you want to call it. You're supposed to be grown. How you a girl? This the problem with this stuff, man. All right.
And my life has been changed for the better. But on the flip side, there's also been an extreme amount of transphobia and hate. And I know that my community is feeling it. And I now know that even our allies are feeling it. And I look around this room and I just see so much
transphobia and hate that you have won an award here. You've sang somewhere else. They putting you on the main stage. Bud Light almost lost their whole career, lost their whole business. Anheuser-Busch almost lost everything because of you. You're getting sponsorships from everywhere. They're paying $40,000 for you to speak at universities, and you're talking about transphobia and hate. Mama, that sounds like trans love. You became a millionaire because you trans. But trans hate is hurting you so bad that they're paying you millions of dollars and they should be paying you hundreds of millions. Is that what you arguing?
Amazing allies that have platforms.
Here's the part that pees me off. I want to cuss so bad in this video because I'm so irritated. This is what makes me mad. People like this do not experience transphobia and hate like they act like they do. People that are not passable, don't have no money, look like a dude with a dress on, which this person had to get all that plastic surgery to even kind of look like a dude with a dress on, look like kind of like a girl with a dress on. They really are struggling. But this person is lying and trying to act like they're really a victim when they're making hundreds of millions of dollars while these other people are suffering with suicide and all kind of stuff. This person is acting. It's the same thing with black folks. Black dude is a billionaire flying private on franchises all around the world, talking about, man, I know what it's like to be pulled over by a police officer. And they never got pulled over, never will, driving around a Ferrari on a private road in a private estate that's a 25,000 square feet facility that they live in, and that's just one of 15 houses they got. Come on, man, like we ain't buying this. You ain't a victim. What you're doing is trying to virtue signal. You living your best life. You virtue signaling to the kids that are thinking about killing themselves and all of the above. Rutherford.
And I think allyship right now needs to look differently, and you need to support trans.
That's a trans. Look at that jaw. Look like she could take a right hook from Mike Tyson right now.
I ain't mean this. Please, man, I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
People publicly and proudly. And I think the trans community and the
look at them kneecaps, man. That's how you know they train them big knees. If your knees is disproportionately big, you gotta look at the throat, and then you'll know right away that ain't a woman.
Creator community actually have something in common, and it's that people often underestimate us. But I know that we can stay optimistic about just the future of transness and gender.
Okay, I can't listen to no more of this. Wait till the OnlyFans come out. This person gonna watch dealing and wait till the success start going out and gonna come out with OnlyFans.
So look, just like in business or in life, you're one person away, one recruit away, either your life changing or your company changing. In Inter Miami, this is a soccer team that was worth $500 million just a year ago. Today, they're guesstimating that the organization is now worth $1.5 billion after recruiting one guy named Messi. June 7th, Inter Miami's Instagram account had 900,000 followers. Today, 2.5 months later, it went from 900,000 to 14.3 million, and they just won the champion. They went from the worst to the best. A couple other people showed up. Messi got 50, 60 million a year, plus bonuses, plus possible equity when he's done retiring playing with these guys after 2.5 years. Eventually, his career earnings are going to be around $1.6 billion. So what can you and I learn as a business owner myself? I made 7, 8, 9 points how this applies to all of us, how you are one recruit away from taking your life and your business to the next level. All right, so if you get value out of this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Now, for those of you that know who Messi is, he's the GOAT. He just won with Argentina. There's no more argument. It's a done. The guy's won 7 Ballon d'Ors, won the Champions League 4 times, and the Copa America with Argentina. He scored 815 goals for the club and the country throughout his professional career. I can go on and on. The first and only player in the history to win 5 and 6 European Golden Boots. He holds the record for the most goals in La Liga with 474. The player with the most official recorded assists in football history with 357, and he's the only player to have 300 club career assists to his name. So, having said that, what are the points that we have when it comes down to business? I got market, synergist, vision, proven concept, plant the seed, sell the dream, and follow up, challenge acceptance. So let's go through the market. First of all, to attract somebody as good as Messi to your company, you got to have these 8 things in place. Number 1, a market. What is the market? Miami, Gustavo Starlinkoff, the man who introduced Messi to his first Miami home, sold Messi a unit at Porsche Design Tower in Sunny Isles Beach. In 2019, it was the star's first South Florida property he bought. At the time, it was a $5 million deal handling both sides of transaction for a 4,400 square foot unit on the 47th floor of the 60-story luxury oceanfront tower. Beautiful property. So comes in, looks at the place. Wow, I'm kind of liking Miami. He's seen the market. He's excited about it. Since then, Messi has invested heavily into Miami. No wonder he's considering a 2.5-year contract. So he's coming to Miami. He's liking the market. He's liking what it's looking like. And then all of a sudden he sees, market. Miami is doing their part. Dana White comes out and says in an interview, oh, Miami just broke the record for the biggest gate for UFC 281, beating out Madison Square Garden. He's giving all these numbers, 11.5 million. It was the same as the main event. And blah, 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 blah. And Miami is what LA was 10 years ago. So the market is ripe to recruit somebody like that. So look, one of the things that happens when you're running a business and you got a big vision, many times you're going to be alone. You don't have somebody to talk to. You want to go to your wife, you can't talk to your wife. You want to go to your family, they're like, nobody told you to start a business. Or anything big you're trying to do with your life, there's going to be moments where you're going to be by yourself and you're afraid to go talk to somebody, maybe a therapist. Don't use that word to go see a therapist. Guess what? I did. Many times when I was starting my business, I didn't have anybody to talk to. Sometimes you go to a place and you're sitting down and you're like, wait a minute, a coworker is there. What are you doing here? There's a company called BetterHelp where you get to go and talk to a therapist on your phone. You can have the camera on if you want to, and if you don't want to have the camera on, you don't want to, no problem. You can do it in audio to speak to somebody. If it doesn't work yet, you'll change it up. BetterHelp offers 30,000 licensed and experienced therapists who can help you with a wide range of issues. To get started, all you have to do is answer a few questions about your needs and preferences in therapy. That way, BetterHelp can match you better with the right therapist from their network. Then you can talk to your therapist however you feel comfortable, whether it's via text, chat, phone, or video call, and you can message your therapist at any time and schedule live sessions when it's convenient for you. Get 10% off your first month's order if you go to betterhelp.com/valuetainment, and I've also linked them below as well. Again, go to betterhelp.com/valuetainment or click on the link below and you get, or just only hope the Miami-based team would begin play in 2016-2017 after delays in getting a stadium deal completed. MLS announced in January of 2018 that the team had been approved and will likely begin play in 2020. So Beckham, the synergist, like, look, this place is great. You may want to come here. What if we do something together? You should come take a look at us. So Beckham's kind of doing his part as a synergist, telling Messi, yeah, you ought to come to MLS. I know we're like better than this, but trust me, we can make this work. We can be heroes and Americans. Messi is thinking about it. Okay, so now we have the market. We have the synergist, which is kind of like Beckham. He relates to Beckham. Beckham was one of the best players to ever play. You're willing to go to MLS and LA Galaxy. Maybe I ought to consider this. But then there was somebody that was planning to see it, and that's Jorge Mas, the owner. In 2019, Inter Miami started talking about getting Messi. I think he comes with a desire to leave his mark, and he will be able to do so beyond football. When he retires, he will have a stake in the club. I imagine a life after football for Messi very similar to David Beckham or Michael Jordan. He's recruiting now. Hey, you may want to come to, and this is 2019. Think about from 2019, 4 years ago till June 7th of 2023, after he wins the World Cup, you're willing to get a guy like that to come to you? You got to respect Jorge Mas. They also discussed surrounding Messi with players of his level. So at the same time, while they're talking to Messi, they're like, look, who are these guys' best friends? Who are your who do you want to play with? And they knew Jordi Alba was one of his best friends. Then they knew Sergio Busquets, which is another teammate that he had in the past. And then a coach who he had played with before from 2014 to 2016, Tata Martino. And they said, hey, if you come here, what if we go get these guys? I'm like, you can't get them. If you get them, I'd be interested. Again, this whole thing is the offer being put together and planting the seed. Eventually, that little vision became a reality. So now you have to realize, while this is happening, Saudi Arabia is offering this guy $400 million. Come and play with us. Oh my gosh, this guy's going to go over there and play, but does he really want to go over there? Someone is selling him the dream this entire time. And it's not one person, it's not two. It's the collective group now. Celebrities from Miami are selling them the dream. You should come here. This is the place to be. This is the place where your kids can be raised. A lot of like-minded people, they'll love you in here. You know, you're from Argentina. He wanted to get the love. It wasn't just about money from him. There's some players that when they get to a point to retire, the only thing that matters to them is, I'm old, let me get my money. Messi, it was much more than money for him. He wanted to be the greatest of all time and win for his country. He did a check. Number two, he wanted to be in a place to raise his family around people that he's loved and he's accepted. And that dream was sold properly to him by everybody in Miami. So a guy like this needs a proven concept to say, well, why would I do this if there's a proven concept? Remember the center just earlier, David Beckham, massive role. Look at the relationship and the bond between them. He was the one that was the first that took the risk. $25 million, MLS. Who watched MLS back in the days, 15 years? Nobody. Now, today, nobody would. I remember I went and sat down with the owner of Houston Dynamo. He picked up that organization for $40 million. I've been to that game. I know the owner. He was one of my investors in the past with the company, with De La Hoya. MLS, no one believed it, but the proven concept and showing that this is possible eventually got Messi to say, I'm coming. So imagine you're Beckham. This entire time you're like, dude, I'd love to get Messi. I'd love to get Messi. I'd love to get Messi. It's on him to prove to the market that this is the place to be. The more he proved working behind closed doors constantly, eventually he earned the right. He had the moral authority to say, Messi, come take a look at this. This could be a real thing for you. And eventually, obviously, it happened. And by the way, the last one I'll tell you, this isn't just one person or two people. This is a lot of people constantly following up. Hey, have you seen what happened here? Did you see what happened in Miami? Did you see during COVID? Did you see what Florida did? Did you see what's going on in Florida? Have you seen the schools? Have you seen what's going on here? What about if you come here? They love you here. It's constant follow-up, 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 follow-up until eventually he came here. Let me tell you when I knew he was moving to Miami. I got an email one day from his realtor. Hey, Patrick, Messi really likes your house. He saw your video. He saw the house. He wants to come and tour the house, and this is the amount. It was a very friendly, generous monthly amount. Do you realize when I had to send that email back, my 9-year-old was so upset at me that I didn't say yes. My 9-year-old was saying, we'll share the house with him. I said, buddy, this guy's not sharing the house with us, and we can't. We got a lot of stuff going on. We had to say, thank you, appreciate the fact that you like the house, but we cannot do it. That's when I knew he was coming here because we got that email. He came to our community, he looked at the houses, craziness. And by the way, I sent a couple of our guys to go watch this game in Argentina when they won the finals with Mbappe, France, when Mbappe had 3 goals and they come back, just the craziness. That sporting event, the game, may go down as the most incredible sporting game of any sport of all time. Messi was a part of it because he carried so much of a burden. Because if he didn't win that day, he can't go down as the greatest of all time. Because he doesn't have a World Cup and he pulled it off. So for Miami to have picked up a guy like him, who's seems like a family guy, a loving guy, a guy that matches the audience that's here in South Florida. Florida loves him. He loves Florida. It's been such a great partnership. Him winning the championship, he takes the captain off, he gives it to the older captain, and he says, no, let's lift it up together. You ought to do it, because you were the captain before me, the greatest of all time to do that. It's the kind of stuff that you look at and you say, there's a reason why this guy's a builder. He's a leader amongst leaders. You gotta love Messi on what he's done. So, when you get a chance to recruit a guy like Messi within your business, you may not get him right off the bat. It may take you 6 months, 12 months, 24 months. It may take you 3, 5, sometimes may even take you 10 years, like it did with Beckham. But if you do pick him up, that team that Beckham bought for $25 million is not today worth about $1.5 billion. One guy took the valuation from $500 million to $1.5 billion. So if you got those guys you want to recruit, be patient with them. You recruit them. life-changing, and also your business is going to change. If you got value out of this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and if you're wondering why so many guys are looking at sports, I just became recently a minority owner of the Yankees. Why are people, is alternative investments in sports teams and art something you ought to look at? You may want to click here to watch that video because some of the data is absolutely crazy with what country in the world is so interested in sports in America. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye, bye-bye.
But you did say at the beginning of the podcast, I wrote it down. You said, you know, approach versus policy. You like some of his policies. Yes. It's his approach you don't like. It's because of his approach that you're not going to vote for.
That's a big part of it. There are I prefer the liberal policies.
Which kind of divisiveness do you like less? Public or private divisiveness?
Define each.
I tell you to your face, I don't like you. Versus I tell you to your face, I like you so much, but I go behind your back and tell everybody how much of a whatever you are. Which one do you respect more?
I respect the public.
I do as well. That's what half the American people respect. Half the American people kind of respect the fact that he's not telling you something publicly, and you know, if he doesn't like somebody, he's going to tell you. We as Americans, for whatever reason, you know, as an immigrant myself, I came here from another place, we're super skeptical. Super skeptical. And
I don't want my fat husband to know. I don't want my fat husband to know that in his stomach hides his cock. We already know. We already know. That's why Steve Harvey's wife cheated on him with the bodyguard. Somebody strong that can toss her hair, toss her cheeks up and down, having her screaming, ah! Because that's all they want to do. YouTube, what do you do? It's your boy Steph. Welcome back to another cold video. Before we dive into this video topic, make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at Steph is Cold. Make sure you also follow me on Twitter, X, at Steph is Cold as well. We're going to talk about Steve Harvey today. And I want to play this slide up here on the screen for you guys while we reacting it together, because it's a clip from Jeopardy, and it's so funny because y'all got to understand, jokes come in truth. So it says Steve Harvey's wife demands $400 million for divorce after getting caught cheating. After getting caught cheating. Not before, bro. She got caught and she demanding that chicken bag. You feel what I'm saying? And she asking for $400 million. $400 million. Now think about that, bro. Think about your girl right now. Right? You making all this money, you touching all this kind of success, and she cheating on you with your security, with your bodyguard. You probably paying him too. Your wife, my bad, bro. Your wife. She cheating on you. For whatever reason. For whatever reason it is. Now you gotta pay up all that money. Right? See, what I don't like is, you know, Steve Harvey can make these videos, or should I say, have these TV shows about giving women advice and stuff like that. But when it comes to men giving men advice about how these hoes work and how these women work, it's a problem. It's always a problem. When that occurs, it's a problem. See, women are not going to tell you. They're not going to put you on and let you know what you're supposed to do. They're not going to let you know what's attractive. They not. They're going to play a lot of mind games with you. They're going to try to confuse you. They're going to try to make it seem like you don't know what you're talking about. Right? They're going to try to manipulate you. Right? Let's watch this clip right here.
We asked 100 married women. Some days I'd be willing to trade my man for a really good what?
Oh boy.
Good what?
I'm sorry.
What did you just say? No.
I was just
right here.
I was just playing.
Give him. What did you say though?
She wasn't just playing. I'm just playing. Hey, I'm just playing. Girl, he fine. I'm just playing. No, pool boy, I'm just playing. Basically, my husband is a fat piece of shit.
Steve Harvey
I'm just
putting it down right, my boy.
See, they're not gonna tell you what they really want.
No,
they're not gonna tell you the truth. Somehow, some way, they just want you to figure it out. They just want you to figure it out. They just want you to wake up someday and just be like, I got it. You know what else they're not gonna put you on about, bro? A cold skincare routine, bro. That's why today's video is sponsored by Tease Henley. Bro, you already know about my skincare routine. You already know why my skin look the way it look, bro. It's because I use Tease Henley. Let me show you right quick. You see my skin, right? You can tell the effects of the Tease Henley skincare line, and all it is 4 steps. We have a wash that you can use every single day. We also have a exfoliator, and they have a moisturizer with SPF 20 to help with damaging sun rays to your face when you're out in the sun, so your skin can stay on glow mode. And they have a peel moisturizer you can use that help your skin stay hydrated and silky and smooth at nighttime. G, hella reviews on why the products are super good, and you can see my face, you can see me, you see how I'm looking. It comes with an instruction card too, so you ain't looking lost like, oh, what am I doing? You got an instruction card to know exactly what to do step by step with pictures. And because Tease Henley is sponsored today's video, they're offering my viewers a great deal. Just click the link in the description and you'll get 30% off your first box plus a free gift. Don't miss out on this amazing deal. Click that link and get started today. That was the first example, the pool boy clip. That's basically, and then all the women are laughing in the background. They laughing because it's true. You can't listen to what a woman say. You have to watch a woman actions. You gotta watch a woman actions. A woman can make it seem like she like this. She can say that with her mouth, but who she's sleeping with and what gets her gut sweet, watery, and wet dripping down there determines 2 different kind of things, bro. Really ain't lining up with what she really talking about. It's like, oh, I'm vegan, but I'm eating steak. But yo, I'm vegan, but she, you know, she got the steak around here. She like, nah, girl, I like them dad bods. Girl, I don't like them dudes that go to the gym. Meanwhile, her and her homegirls on that girls trip on Vegas in the water, and that pool boy ripped up. They getting sweet watery, but they getting wet. They looking at him just fantasizing, hoping and wishing that they was their husband. You see what he said on the show? See, you see what Steve Harvey said right there? He kept asking, what you say? What you say? You know why he kept asking, what you say? You know why he kept saying, what you say? Because he know it's true. Because he know it's true. And when you out there in public and you walking, bro, and you know you out of shape and you see somebody in shape, you're gonna feel some kind of way. And especially if you are not secure with yourself, you're gonna feel some kind of way. It's just like these women that are out of shape, and then they see that slim thick girl or that girl that look better, they gonna do anything in their power to try to undermine what she has. Oh, look, she got a BBL. Nah, maybe because she's go to the gym. You ever thought about that? Nah, you ain't think about that. You're insecure. You projecting. You can't help it. You can't help but to project. Let's watch this next clip. I'm gonna show y'all. Let's watch this next clip right here. It says the girl for allowing inappropriate behavior with her ex for doing too much, or C, her boyfriend for not doing anything. Let's watch this video again. Let's watch this again. Let's watch it one more time. Come on. Did you see that look she gave him? Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. Look at this look right here. This look right here. That one right there. That one right there. When she looked with that eye. That's the pool boy. That's the pool guy. That's the guy that get her sweet watery guts wet. That's why he the ex. He the imprint. See, they make it seem like they want the guy that's dad bod and worked the 40 hours. You know what I'm saying, with the non-athletic body. They try to make it seem like that to make you feel good about yourself, bro. Deep down, they want that dude that was tossing her in the air. Just tossing her. Grabbing her cheeks, just tossing her. That's what she really wants. She wants somebody strong to grab her cheeks and toss her. That's why Steve Harvey's wife cheated on him with the bodyguard. Somebody strong that can toss her in the air, toss her cheeks up and down, non-stop. Having her screaming, ah! Because that's all they want to do. Now you see, who was wrong in that video though? Who was wrong in that video? What was the boyfriend wrong for allowing that to happen? Or was the woman wrong for allowing the ex to come over there and give her access? See, that's how you know when your chick cheating on you. The moment your woman gets access to another guy, she's cheating. Because she shall only have access for you. When there's access for you and him and him and him and him and him, she becomes a 304. Because now everyone has access and there is no such thing as an exclusivity. You feel what I'm saying? So since the ex still have access to you, I don't even want parts of dealing with you no more. Because you disrespectful. See, she allowed that to happen. See, that's what I'm be trying to tell y'all. When you're dating a woman and you're talking to a woman and she give you this, my ex keep trying to come back in my life. Keep trying means I'm allowing. He kept trying to put the tip in. Yeah, chick, because you was allowing the tip to keep on getting in. He kept trying to score me, bro, but somehow, some way, I was locking him up. Keep trying mean there's hope. Hope leads to access. If there's no hope, you can't get access. If there's no hope, the person doesn't even have it in their brain to want to get close to that. You feel what I'm saying? But she liked that. See, you see, just like in the Jeopardy clip, poor guy. And just like old girl, the girlfriend, she walking away, they can't help it. That's what they like. So if we understand that they for the streets and their street material, we have to treat them as such. Toss them, pick them up, toss them in the air. You can literally learn something from that video and Steve Harvey's situation. Always have fun and keep 304s on deck. Because best believe she got her ex on deck at all times. And obviously, we can tell that the ex can always get what's between her legs. Get go. We already know. We already know. That's why he tossing her. And the dude over there just, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what happened. I don't know what to feel. But that's just who she is. Is she friendly? She 304 material. That's just who she is. See, letting everybody touch her, letting everybody have access to her. You can't get that American Express Platinum card unless you got a certain kind of credit score. You can't even get you can't even get access into the Delta Sky Club without the card. It requires certain perks for you to have to get inside these clubs. You feel what I'm saying? It requires a certain kind of work for you to get inside these clubs. So, why, as me as a man, why am I allowing this kind of goofy behavior to happen? I would have been left. I'm not finna walk out with her. I'm gone. She dumb. She can go be with him. You can go be with him. Because obviously you like it. A woman can only do what you allow. Apparently you like it. So if you allow her to keep doing that, she gonna keep on disrespecting you. She gonna keep on disrespecting you. Just constantly disrespecting you. Constantly disrespecting you, thinking it's sweet. She's gonna keep on getting away with it. Ain't no telling what they texting. Ain't no telling what they saying. But, you know, you're gonna have women take up for her. Just like you're gonna have women take up for Steve Harvey's wife. But deep down, we know the truth. Just like I've been through a situation. When I was dating a girl, you know what I'm saying? And she was caught talking to her ex. And guess who took up for her? Guess who condoned her bull crap? Her friend. That's right, her friend condoned it. That's what her friend wanted her to do. So she did it. What you mean? You tripping? Trying to gaslight you. She divorcing you. She cheated on you, and now she want money. It's their fault, and they still gonna blame you anyway. They still gonna want to take your shit. Every time. It's like, damn. It's like, man, I did something wrong. Now they try to guilt trip you. I'm wrong. I did something wrong. Nah, I ain't do nothing wrong. I ain't do anything wrong. You tripping. Lack of accountability. So they'd take up for her and say, oh, it ain't a big deal. She just having fun. She getting tossed in the air having fun. Why we can't just have fun? Why we can't just have fun? We just want to have fun. Go have fun. Go be a 304 in the streets. Just not with me, G. See, that's the attitude you gotta have. You go, let's have fun together. We can have fun. I'm gonna have fun with her, and her. And you can't say shit. Don't say nothing else. You can't say not a goddamn word. I'm having fun with her, and her. Yes, I am. Because we know you finna have fun with all these people because you already want to have fun. You agreeing with the 304-ness. But that's another thing I try to tell y'all. Birds of a feather flock together. If her friend is telling her a story and her friend is lit and she nodding her head, okay, she's taking up for the friend. That means she's agreed with the friend, regardless of what the story's about. So regardless of what you did throughout the whole marriage, regardless of what you did throughout the whole relationship, her word is bond, not your word, motherfucker. Your word don't mean shit. Her word means everything. You could have been a saint in the whole relationship, but her word is bond. And that's just how it is in society. You feel what I'm saying? That's just how it is in society. This is why you gotta go to the gym and stop playing. This is why you gotta get on your diet in your nutrition and stop playing. And if you need questions and help with that, man, just go to stephanscode.com and book you a one-on-one consultation. This is why you gotta understand female nature and stop playing. There's guys out here that don't understand why these things happen. There's guys out here that's allowing a woman, bro, to have male best friends. But you know, you've been that male best friend. Up inside them guts, real deep. I'm sorry, best friend. She closing her eyes. I'm taking them off. She ain't gonna tell you that though. She gonna loop you around her finger. Doop 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 doop. Don't worry about him. Don't worry about a skincare routine. Don't worry about if I cheated on you. Don't worry about all that. Just give me what I deserve. Give me what I want, even though I didn't earn anything. Just give it to me. While she telling you don't worry, she doing all the dirt, G. So while they taking up from her in them comments, while she getting clapped in the air, getting tossed around and clapped in the air, just know, man, 304 material. 304 material. You know, you could determine, you could see it right away. Oh, she agreed with that. Oh, that means she'll want to do it too. If she agreed with it. You agree a McDouble tastes good. That means you will eat a McDouble, right? Right? You and your guy on the phone, what's good, bro? Shit, man, coolin'. Okay. You been to Sharks? Yeah, I've been to Sharks, bro. The fried chicken with the lemon pepper on top. Yeah, man, that shit good. Hell yeah, it's good. That means you eat it. It's good. That means you agree with it. That means you accustomed to it. That means you take part in it. If a person doesn't like something, they're not going to associate themselves with it. Let me say that one more time. Oh, that's a bar. See, if a person doesn't like something, they're not going to associate themselves with it. So whatever somebody associates themselves with, it's because they like it. It's because that's what they want. Deep down. She associates herself with the ex because she still wants the ex. She still wants him. That's why there's still attachment there. That's why he thought tossing around in the air. Steve Harvey learned his lesson. Man, if I'm in my 50s, bro, I'm gonna be in the best shape of my life, bro. And I know guys be like, man, you're so cliche when you say that, bro. I mean, cause shit, the money don't help. Hell, 400 million, I still get cheated on. Shit, it gotta be lack of sex appeal. At this point, hell, the money ain't helping. The money is not gonna determine whether the pussy is gonna get wet. It's just not. Money does not get the pussy wet. Money is not sex appeal. When they see a dude with a nice set of shoulders and a small waist and a V-taper, you ain't gotta have the biggest legs. When you had an athletic lean physique, they go crazy. Pool boy is basically saying a guy that has a lean physique that looks great. Not too many guys walking around like that in Hollywood, bruh. I'm just being honest. So the money don't really mean shit. The money don't mean nothing. Especially when a woman is accustomed to a lifestyle, the money no longer means nothing. Now it's your time that she wants. Now it's the digging stick that she wants. Now it's vacations that she wants. Because once the burning desire leaves out, once she loses that sexual attraction, she gonna get it from elsewhere. And her mind's gonna want her. She's gonna want to get dug out by that sexual attraction guy that she really like. It's just the truth. That's why she said, poor guy, poor guy. Oh, I didn't mean to say that. Oh, I didn't mean to say that. I like guys that are ripped. I don't want my fat husband to know. I don't want my fat husband to know that in his stomach hides his cock. She don't want you to know. She don't want you to know why her guts is dripping when you get home from work. I'm like, hey, honey. And she be like, hey. And you go touch, you be like, whoa, you're kind of moist down there, Suzanne. She's like, yeah, I ain't been thinking about you. And y'all ain't had sex in 2 months. And she was on her phone. Or talking to that guy. The guy that just do it for her. But throwing you off to make it seem like everything is okay. The dead body's okay. That's all to throw you off. That's all to make you a weak bitch. That's all it is to do. It's all to make you weak. You can't be weak. That's why you gotta let her go. The girlfriend, you gotta let girls like her go. You gotta let her go ASAP. You gotta let her go ASAP. But chick cheat on you, you gotta let her go, bro. Cause you don't let her go, she gonna do it again to you. She gonna do it again. She gonna do it again. I'm just being honest, bro. She's gonna do it again. Because that is the utmost disrespect a woman can do towards you. And then allowing her to do it again for you, you tripping, bro. That's the video for today. Don't forget to like this video, comment, subscribe. Holla back at your boy, man. Peace.
This is California, the third largest US state, home to just under 40 million people and some of the most influential industries in the world. California alone is the 4th or 5th largest economy in the world, beating out every other country in the world apart from China, Japan, potentially Germany, and of course the USA itself. Measuring the exact output of the state is always up for a little bit of debate, because the regular international organisations like the IMF or the World Bank that usually document national output figures don't do it for California because, well, California is not a country. Even still, by the most conservative estimates, the Golden State has an output of over $3.5 trillion US, which means on a per capita basis, the average Californian has an output of almost $100,000, making them amongst the most economically productive people on the planet, only really falling behind true outliers like Monaco, Liechtenstein and Luxembourg. These other countries, despite being independent countries of their own, are still far smaller economies with far smaller populations, and a good part of their reported economic success is simply due to nuances of how economic figures like GDP per capita are calculated. On top of its sheer scale, California is also doing something that a lot of large and highly advanced economies fail to do. It's growing, and it's on average growing at a faster rate than the rest of the United States, which itself is doing quite well by global advanced economy standards. But of course, California is not without its issues or its challenges. The industries that have made the state what it is today may be starting to get as big as they possibly can, all while facing more pressures from around the world in a range of different ways. In recent years, California's population has been declining for the first time in its history, with record numbers leaving for states like Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and Oregon, citing overregulation, the highest personal income taxes in the country, rising housing costs, and some pretty overt social problems. That could be bad, not only for a state simultaneously dealing with a lot of internal issues, but the rest of the US as well. And to understand why, we need to, as always, answer a few simple questions. What is it that makes the economy of California so special on a state, national, and global level? Has the state just been lucky, or is there a method behind the Californian madness? And finally, will its long list of current challenges see it lose out to other rivals within and outside of the USA? Once we have done all that, we can update California's spot on the Economics Explained national leaderboard. Whether you're a startup founder in Silicon Valley or you're starting your first side hustle, getting your own website to represent yourself online is an absolute necessity. That's why we've partnered up with HubSpot and their fantastic drag and drop website builder that can help you show off your latest project with a beautiful web page. I've had my fair share of side hustles before Economics Explained really took off. But building a website back in the day felt like a real chore because I didn't know the first thing about web design or coding. With HubSpot's drag and drop editor, there isn't any coding required, and there are tons of templates and inspirational examples of how to use this powerful tool to make a great website to grow your business, show off your fashion photography, or even just your personal blog. This builder works just as well for enterprises with hundreds of employees as it does for an individual, and scales with the size of your organisation and what you need the website to do. Having a beautiful website that shows people what you're all about can help you turn your garage business into your new career. You can get started for free at our link in the description so you can put your work out to the world today. When exploring a complex economic issue like what made California so economically prosperous, it's nice when there's one simple underlying reason and everything else is built on top of it, like fantastic geography, a clever economic policy, or even just natural resource discoveries. Having one simple takeaway normally makes for a memorable lesson and an enjoyable video to watch. So you have to trust us when we say that unfortunately there's no silver bullet that got California to where it is today, just a series of lucky breaks that the state has capitalised on well throughout its history. That also means that Californian economic dominance is not guaranteed. And unlike a sovereign national economy, there are certain advantages but also some serious risks that California faces purely because it's part of a union that is the United States. The state as we know it today really got started before it was officially a state, when widespread gold deposits were discovered around what would go on to be San Francisco, San Jose, and Sacramento. Before this time, the area was sparsely populated because there was nothing driving settlers from the more abundant plains of the Midwest or the industry and civilization of the East Coast. The area had also only just been acquired by the United States as a territory a year prior, but once gold was discovered, there was a reason for people to make something of the place. In its most basic form, this is the concept of comparative advantage in economic output. When considering the factors of production, land, labour, and capital, the region that would go on to be California basically sucked in every metric. Its land was not much better than the abundant land that was available closer to the East Coast, and its total labour pool was measured in the tens of thousands. There was little capital to make any of this better, like railways or factories, because there was no reason to invest out there when there was so much space available everywhere else. A situation that is particularly ironic given the state's problems these days. This means that everywhere else had a comparative advantage over the region in the production of everything, but that changed when gold made the land of California incredibly lucrative, giving it a comparative advantage in the production of precious metal. As soon as there was a reason for the economy to exist, it quickly developed around this industry. Within 2 years, the population more than doubled, and people were moving not only to dig for gold, but also to build businesses to support the people that were digging for gold. The development of the region's economy was so rapid that just 2 years after being acquired by the US, California was able to successfully apply for statehood and receive the representation that came with that on a federal level. Now, resource-rich economies eventually face major problems if they become overly dependent on just that one industry. For a long time, California ran the risk of losing its gold and then losing all of the businesses that had sprung up to support it. Now, obviously gold mining in California is today basically completely inconsequential compared to its other world-leading industries, So we know that it was able to successfully transition its economy away from resources, but that was far from guaranteed. Today, a lot of countries and even other regions within the US are struggling to transition away from resource economies, and the California lesson can teach us a lot about how to successfully make that switch. But it's also important to recognise that it had a few advantages that a lot of resource-rich economies today don't. One of the biggest things that it had going for it was just how hard it was to get to and get back from. Before air travel or even railroads, the options for getting to California were horse-drawn wagons along sparsely populated land routes, or going the entire way around South America through some of the most perilous oceans in the world in a ship from the 1800s. Basically, once people had moved to California, they were pretty committed to making it work. Fortunately, the region is also very arable, so farming quickly became self-sustaining, and as transport infrastructure developed, it became possible for the state to trade more actively with the rest of the country. It must be remembered that really, before the mid-1950s, global trade, and even trade between regions within physically large countries like the USA, was far less intense than it is today. As soon as food production was sorted and local industries sprung up to support the existing population, there was little pressure to be globally competitive because it was just easier to make basic consumer goods of the day locally than it was to transport them on small ships or early rail networks. Fortunately, however, that did not mean that the state became complacent. From its resource boom, the state made heavy investments into education, pioneering universal higher studies and founding universities like Berkeley and the University of California. It was a wise investment at the time, but the policymakers probably had no idea just how much of an impact it would have on the state a century down the track. The isolation from the rest of the economy also had some advantages. Motion pictures using new technologies invented on the East Coast were becoming a big deal, and California became a popular destination to produce these movies, as they would go on to be known. The location was no accident either. It was easy to transport films once they had been made, but early studios could use film cameras without paying licensing fees to the companies that produced them on the East Coast, because it was unlikely for inspectors to travel so far. This almost quaint industry of course went on to build Hollywood, today one of the most economically valuable industries in the world. In the aftermath of the Second World War, the technology to create films had advanced significantly, and given that Europe had been bombed to rubble, it was really only Hollywood that could produce high-quality movies for the entire world. Movies were easy to transport and basically cost nothing to replicate once the film itself had been shot. Today, we take value-adding products like this for granted, but back then, making something that cost the producer the same amount of money to sell something as many times as they wanted was an extremely big deal, and California had become the de facto home of this new economic innovation. Beyond just providing the growing economy with the ultimate export, it gave it something arguably even more important: influence. Today, 50 of the top 50 highest grossing films of all time were produced in Hollywood. There have been the occasional hits from other countries, but nothing really comes close to matching the entertainment industry in California. This creates jobs for millions of people that on average pay quite well by US standards and extremely well by global standards. It also makes especially English-speaking countries quite in tune with American norms and customs. Now, from the perspective of a rational economist that only concerns themselves with quantifiable data points, that may not seem like a huge deal, but it's a major piece of the puzzle as to why the US, and in particular California, are as successful as they are today. The US is a magnet for investment and skilled workers. If people around the world are moving somewhere to start a better life, it's normally the USA. The average US worker is significantly more productive than the average worker from other economies because US companies invest more into making them make more stuff. The reason they can make those investments is because money pours into the USA from around the world because people want to invest in their industries. I personally, as an Australian, feel a sense of familiarity with the US market, despite not having been to the country in over a decade. If I was to move somewhere else to try and get a real job as an economist, it would probably be the USA, and California, with its high-paying job opportunities, would be a logical destination. Skilled migrants that on average make above average contributions to economic output move to California more than any other state in the US, which creates a chicken and egg. Skilled people move to California because there are world-leading industries there, and world-leading industries can operate in California because that's where all the skilled people are. The same goes for making investments, and the entertainment industry centred in California is a big driver of this global recognition. Now these days, an industry that's arguably even more influential in entertainment is tech. And no country even comes close to the USA, and by extension, California. The universities that the freshly founded state of California funded in the 1800s just so happened to attract researchers working on thinking machines and semiconductors in the early 1960s. In economics, there is a principle called agglomeration, which means all other things being equal, industries run more efficiently when institutions that make that industry operate are located close together. Early technology companies were built by students from Berkeley in particular. As people were figuring out what these new machines could do, it became easier to find experts and suppliers and investors and also customers by being centred around the region that was becoming known for this technology. Technology is a multi-trillion-dollar industry, and some of the most valuable companies in the world have been created in Silicon Valley. Apple alone is, as of the time of making this video, worth more than every public company listed in Australia combined. These companies have achieved this success because, like the entertainment industry that was built before it, they create value from practically nothing. Even Apple, that does still deal primarily in physical products with material costs, adds a significant markup to the raw materials something like an iPhone is made out of. Better still, the company outsources the entirety of the manufacturing supply chain to other countries, so the economy of California is only left with the highest paying jobs that come from this industry as a whole. If the entertainment and tech industries weren't already enough by themselves, California has also taken this highly value-adding approach to other more traditional industries as well. California still has a major agricultural sector, but they have a focus on high-value crops. In particular, their wineries are world famous, and the vineyards that produce a $50 bottle of wine are adding a lot more value within their business than a farmer who grows commodity crops like corn. If nothing else, the Californian economy shows that economic success is rarely, if ever, attributed to just one lucky break. The state would not be the 4th or 5th largest economy in the world today if it didn't capitalise on multiple gold rushes, not just one. But it also isn't without some serious problems. California, by many accounts, is a state in decline. Its population is shrinking, the companies that have made it so successful in recent decades are expanding beyond its borders, or simply moving out, and the industries themselves are starting to struggle as there's not much room left to grow after they've effectively dominated the global markets. In many ways, California today has the same problems that it had 170 years ago, and the same thing that many other countries around the world have as well: Dutch disease. Now, Dutch disease is normally associated with resource-rich economies. California does have
Get a Rico. You just need the right friends. My 5 friends got another 5 friends, and they 5 friends got another 5 friends, and they all do everything that I need them to do to operate in the world. I ain't operating in the hood. I'm operating in the world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what that is. So I mean, I think people get butthurt, and they feel like, well, you just supposed to go with the flow. And another thing, I spoke on the whole movement. I know where that movement come from.
What movement?
The movement of Nipsey's death, it did not come from him getting killed. Hold on, because that was some basic shit that happened in all our hoods when some internal shit going on, right? That movement started when Big U went on his social media and told Crips, Bloods, his enemies, whoever it was, meet me on Crenshaw and Slauson, and we gonna march in the name of my homeboy on a peace walk. Now this peace walk, he called it on H-Ray gangsters and Hoovers and black peace stones, like niggas, right? When the peace walk happened, now you got the Nation of Islam there. You got the cameras there. You got gangs for 40 years that been beefing here. That shit is went viral, but it was in the name of Nipsey. And even though me and that man don't speak today, they don't give him his credit. That is what sent that situation viral. He wouldn't have did that, it would have been a local neighborhood chatter of what a nigga homie allegedly supposed to did to a motherfucking rapper, a local rapper that was on the up and coming. That's what it would have been, and people don't think about that. Now, was the movement, the propaganda, the movement bigger of the real, genuine support? Yes, it was. Why? Let's break it down. Nip dropped, he did 50,000 copies his first week, right? His demise come a year later, right? The man is murdered, right? It took a year after his demise for the album to go platinum. Now let's look at the propaganda of the movement, the blast that we saw. Everywhere you saw was the marathon continues, this. If that shit was translated for what it was, that man would have been 5-10 times platinum the first week. But these motherfuckers Well, it's something to talk about. Everybody is excited about this, so I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna play the Nipsey hour, bitch ass, DJ ass, weird ass niggas. Why y'all wasn't playing him when he was alive? The same songs you playing, these niggas couldn't play 2 minutes of a song when he was alive, but they find enough songs to have 60 minutes of Nipsey after he dead.
They told me that nobody in New York would play Tupac on the radio, and then he died, and they started playing him all the time.
That's why Biggie was on to something. You know by it till somebody kills you. DJ K. Slay, only motherfucker like him. He's the only one had a DJ slot where he could play whatever music he wanted to play. He was in tune with the streets. A regular dude could walk up, he'd spin his shit. If it wasn't for Slay, the Nas record Ether wouldn't have came out. They blackballed him, had him blocked in. Jay-Z had the game in the headlock. They wasn't gonna play it. Slay said, fuck that. This hip hop. We spinning this shit. A week ago, in front of his projects in his building, East River, they gave him a sign with his name on it.
K-Slay.
Now since he's been dead going on a year, right?
Probably longer than that.
He has it. He died in 20. I was out.
It was early in COVID, like 2020, right?
No, 2022 or some 2021, 2022, right? But here go this thing, right? They wasn't thinking about giving him a sign while he was alive. Well, it was no more accomplishments after death.
They're never gonna give you a fucking memorial while you're still
We need to change that. Do you not think that
Right,
the
he just died in
person
2022.
that you giving the flowers to need to see that?
I think it's a lot harder to really see somebody's accomplishments in its entirety while they're still alive.
That's crazy.
I mean, it would be good to.
That's nuts.
Like, we're not gonna give Jack Harlow a statue right now.
But that's
He's still young.
I don't know.
Okay, we're not gonna give Playboy Cardi a statue either.
You compare Jack Harlow to motherfucking K. Slade and shit like that.
I'm just saying, who the fuck gets a statue while they're still alive?
Bill Cosby.
You know how they say?
And then they wait.
They tore him down for him, right?
They tore him down.
Yeah.
And then he beat the shit, and they ain't put him back up.
I don't know if he beat it.
He came home.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think anybody thinks he's guilty.
He ain't
Or
guilty. What he
innocent.
guilty of?
Not guilty.
Fucking some bitches. They all getting high.
Incapacitated.
No, that shit was recreational drugs back then.
Well, they thought he was drugging them.
But no, he wasn't drugging shit.
Well, I think the standards have kind of changed now.
Everybody, you get high.
Were you giving girls Spanish fly when you were a young man?
No, I don't do drugs, but I do know this.
I don't know if Bill Cosby did drugs either. He was just giving them to the bitches.
Women today say, we finna go to the motel. Y'all got the E-pills?
Well, that's a very different drug.
It's a sex drug, right?
But it's not the same as GHB.
But what you
GHB
mean?
makes you pass out.
Man, get the fuck out of it. Them niggas was doing cocaine, Quaaludes, and shit like that.
You definitely sound like somebody who's never done cocaine because
that's what they was doing.
Cocaine and ecstasy versus GHB, very different
What is
experience.
GHB?
It's the day rave drug.
I don't even think that shit existed back then.
Yeah, it did for sure.
Fuck no.
You should try it.
But
It's a
what
good
the
time.
fuck Charles Manson do, white boy?
What'd he
you
do?
want to put emphasis on the brother?
He brainwashed a bunch of cult members and had them kill people for him.
You know what I'm saying? Make sure we throw a few of your motherfuckers.
We don't
white
put statues up for
counterparts in
Charles
there.
Manson either.
You know what I'm saying? Make sure we throw them up in there. But y'all do movies for Jeffrey Dahmer. I'm glad they showed
They're
the
not
brother.
like glorifying
I'm glad they
Jeffrey
showed the
Dahmer.
black man beating his motherfucking brains in the penitentiary.
Did they? I didn't finish
That
that.
was the highlight of the whole shit.
Right.
You know, I brought him to Clubhouse.
Jeffrey Dahmer?
No, the dude that killed him. The dude that killed him and his son.
Wow, that's dope. So, okay, my recollection of Rick Rock, I don't know if you caught what he was saying earlier, but I do remember you tapping in a while back, but then a couple, maybe a month or two ago, I'm looking through Instagram and I see that you posted up a picture of me dragging me.
Yeah. Trying to get your attention.
And I don't really remember what you said or what it was about.
You got in your feelings?
No,
Motherfucker,
I didn't really think about it again
This
until
is the
now.
club, what you call it? The Clubhouse, wait, the YouTube streets. I gotta start using that shit.
But let's break it down. Why did you do that
So
post?
let's get to it. Let's get straight to it. When AD left, no jumper. Of course, I'm gonna take the Compton side. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the homies.
So this was many months after that.
But was it? And then another issue with the whole no jumper show period. I feel like most of the time when you got street dudes that come on here, it's like it seems like none of the questions never really pertains to their craft or what they do. It also lingers back to the streets. But this is what goes on YouTube. Whether it's spit here or the YouTube dudes bring it to the internet. The street dudes bring it to the internet. Okay. So I feel like most of the time when it's spoken here, some of the things shouldn't be spoken. they have the option to not even get on the microphone, period. But it's like one time, for like instance, when Snoopy Badass was here and they brung up Wacko from Westside, and I felt
Who
like
did that?
It was either Adam or Brick Baby.
Yeah, but
I didn't bring him up.
But when that name,
I didn't see. Bro, don't play the internet shit.
But when that name was brought up,
that's
and
crazy.
they was playing with that man's name, I'm like, homie, that's
I
the
didn't see
gangster.
that.
Like,
Yeah, I didn't see that.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't see that.
So
And Snoopy
said something about him. I didn't even know what they were talking
yeah,
about.
but when it was brung up, I felt like that shit could have went to the streets. You know
No,
what I'm
ain't no
saying? Like-
coulda, woulda, already did.
Yeah, so I'm like, that
He been ran already by playing with that.
Well, I mean, that's not like a question that we asked him. That was just something that he randomly said himself.
But I was trying to figure out, like, how did that name even come up? Like, who took that to even been brought
I'm not
up?
sure.
Well, you know what? They don't know him to bring that name up.
Right.
But that was that busted nigga doing that shit.
Right.
That was him doing that. You know, he's still in his feelings about his little bathroom.
But you know what's crazy though? You know what's crazy? Like, I know a lot of people. Like, I'm cool with Wack. I'm cool with this guy. I'm cool with this guy. So when I hear everybody talk about each other, they be calling me like Rock, and I be like, look, I can't take no signs and none of this because I fuck with Wack. I fuck with him. I fuck with him. And whatever personal business that these guys have amongst each other, I try to like just be neutral to everybody.
You got some weirdos you fuck with.
Who?
You know, you got some weirdos you fuck with that know damn well some of the shit they been saying they would never say if they seen this man. It's real shit.
What, you saying I know people who've been talking shit about Rick Rock?
I mean, you probably don't know because you ain't paying no attention to it, but you definitely know. You got a few weirdos to be on your show that they would never. And you know what's crazy? They know the truth. Niggas ain't got visits and all kind of shit at their little $29.99 hotel.
Say their name, man.
Right? Crip Mac, one of them.
What about him?
Right? Saying shit about Rock. Knowing.
Oh yeah, because you guys used to be doing skits together. And
Yeah, all
shit. I
that.
forgot
Look,
about that.
if he would have stayed with Rock, he wouldn't have went to jail.
Were you like managing him or something at some point?
Well, everybody at the beginning, everybody was telling me, like, my homeboy Ray was like, you need to manage him, put paperwork on him. I'm like, I ain't putting no paperwork. We gonna just make this comedy shit. Because when I met Crip Mac, he was on the internet disrespecting other gang members, right? And I seen he had talent, so when he came to my house with this chick named Rennie Lowe, that's my first time meeting him. I just seen him on the internet, you know, doing the disrespectful shit. So when I did my first skit with him, I looked at it when I was editing. I'm like, man, this dude really got the talent for this shit. So I brought him into the skit world. I told him, like, look, homie, we gonna do all the comedy shit, fuck the gangbanging shit. So when I caught him, even when he disrespected his enemies in the video, it was my job to edit that shit out. I never let none of the disrespect because it was all about the comedy. And then when he went to jail, it was a time that I was going through my own situations and shit. And he asked me to send him some money when he was in there, and I wasn't in position at that time because I had a whole lot of shit going on. But I did tell him I was gonna do something for him and didn't live up on my obligation to doing something for him. But when he was in the county, one of my young homies was in there with him. I told him, look out for cuz, make sure he's straight, make sure nobody rush him and all that. But he came home, I seen him doing.
That's worth more than $50, nigga.
Right. So I seen him when he was on the internet doing dumb shit, doing dumb moves. So I used to do my little videos like basically, man, watch how you move. And he got on the internet and went on one and said some shit. And I was like, all right, nigga, what's on? Fuck it, I brought you into this shit. I'm gonna take you out.
Oh, okay. I think I remember this. He was trashing Rick Rock at a certain point.
Right.
Some little
Yeah,
videos.
but he know better than that.
He know. Like, see, my thing is like some shit you know, cause it be real events that went on, real business that went on, that niggas really like show the nigga what it could have been, but because he a G, he just, you know, I'm letting you know what it could have been. I'm not doing that, but let's just have a conversation, right? You know, he know when a motherfucker didn't tapped on your little $29.99 little hotel motel room.
You pulled up to a spot.
He was supposed to do a skit. He was supposed to do a drop for somebody. You know, and this is nothing personal. I love Crip Mac. I got love for him. It ain't nothing personal, but it's when you cross certain boundaries, you know better. Like, I couldn't find myself just slapping the shit out of him because it wouldn't look right on. I know I could whoop his ass. You know what I'm saying? So
That'd be a wild day on the internet.
I wouldn't want to be a bully when it came to that. But he supposed to did something for somebody, and he took forever to do it. They gave him $500. I never asked him for a dime out of it. I just did it because I had the resource to connect the two guys together. And when he didn't live up to his obligation, I called him on it. I said, hey, Mac, what's up with that drop you supposed to do for these people? They on me about it. He like, cuz I'm gonna get to it when I get to it. You on some weirdo shit. And when he said that, I pulled up to the room. I walked up in there and I told him I'll slap the shit out your motherfucking ass. You ever disrespect me again? He pulled his money out like if I was robbing him or something. Like, what you need? So I'm like, nigga, I don't need your money. Just handle your business with these people because you making me look bad. But I never put that out to the universe. I kept that, you know, I even got the recording of the shit because, you know.
Yeah, well,
I'm not that type of dude
when we say we got it, we got it.
Blast,
Oh, so you seen this?
I knew it because when he did it, he let me know he did it. I do shit, I let him know I did because you know why? We get calls. He gonna get calls about. Everybody know, people see the people I support. Rock ain't never asked me to post nothing. But they'll look up and they be like, yo, the nigga Wack always, and they'll call him. He be like, nigga, that's my nigga, me and Wack. I ain't gotta ask Wack to do that. He gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? If he tripping out too much, can't too many niggas call us. We can call us, hey nigga, you tripping, slow down. We gonna listen to us because we both know we burnt out. See, we'll respect another motherfucker like us. Cause he's seeing something that, okay, nigga, maybe I'm losing focus. Let me check myself. That's how to love. We don't hear Pyro or Crip telling us what to do. I hear my comrade, my brother, like, hey, nigga, you tripping, slow down. You know what I'm saying? Especially me. He be on me because he like, nigga, you in a position and you finna go somewhere else. How long it's gonna be before somebody get in that position of we got access to it? And I gotta remember that. Like, he right. You know what I'm saying? It ain't. I'm still out here with the mud of it. They can get to me. Come to the studio. Rock, tell them that motherfucker's every game. Come to the studio, pull up. What is it? What can I do for you? They can get to me. Wack, we trying to talk. Can you get my music to Birdman? Can you get it to here? QCP. And I send it, and they're gonna listen to it because it's coming from me. So when I start getting too far out there in the water, right, my homeboys gonna call me, and they gonna tell me, nigga, you tripping, slow down.
But so nothing really came of the Crip Mac situation? You didn't really have the heart to keep it going?
Well, it wasn't that I didn't have the heart to keep it going.
Not the heart like that, but you didn't want to
It's his people. See, when I had him, we was going somewhere. And then when he was supposed to fight Blueface, and when last time we came on No Jumper, and he said that me and Coach Warren is one of the most solidest dudes from that whole circle. He's not he's solid. He try to stay out the scene. He don't try to get in the dude way in. But everybody else, they suckers, man. They suckers, and they got between me and his business. I had the studio for No Custer's podcast. I had that already lined up, paying the rent on the motherfucker. His homie stopped him from coming. Odie, what's his name? Odie HM Slim, old dope head.
The dope fiend nigga.
He was spooky. I had the studio set up for him, right?
Woodchuck mouth.
What up, Beachy? How you doing? Nice to see you.
Them suckers pulled him away from me. You know what I'm saying? But we was already going. Snoop Dogg and them in the studio laughing at the skits me and him doing. Once they seen us going, they pushed him. I still got the video.
Oh, this guy's still alive, bro.
Went to his hood, pulled up. I pulled up by myself. He came. His homies didn't even want to be in the video. They was turning their back because at this time, this one he was really on this, the dumb shit. So I got the videos where his homies didn't even want to be in the video. But when he started getting more popular with the comedy and all that shit, that's when they snatched him. And I should have put some paper.
ODM Slim. Listen, it was two Compton Crips.
His name is ODO Dope.
Whatever that nigga is. It was two Compton Crips, Rock and Big Bruce.
Yeah.
Big Bruce called me with Crip Mac. He said, Wack, listen, man, this fight, can we get Crip Mac on it? It was my fight. I said, yeah, we can. I said, you with him? I said, because I know Rick Rock fucking with him. He like, we fucking with him. Right?
How the hell I played
talked
100, bro? I
said,
sucked that guy.
I pull up on him. I said, great, cool. Remember Big Bruce? We was in Central with the homie, right? So I said, he said, Wack, what could you do for it? I said, man, nigga ain't, he doing his little thing, he probably worked 20, 30,000 or something. I said, but let me look out for him. I double back, get him 100. On the strength of the people he was associated to.
Why would he not do the fight if he was going to make 100 grand?
I'm going to tell you.
This motherfucker needs 100 grand.
Let's have him 100. On the strength of the two people he was associated with. Because I'm not worried about it now. Rock over there, Bruce over there. They gonna make sure we get to his training. They gonna make sure we straight, keep him out of trouble.
We was training.
Right? It's real shit, right? So I'm a see him with 100. How I'm a see him with 100? I'm pulling out of my end. Because I know that 100's gonna make sure my niggas get straight. Ain't no way he can't straighten them when he know all you should have saw was a quarter. So you could hit my 2 niggas off. Fuck what I'm gonna do for him regardless, right? Because of the bag I done gave you. He go to jail. Right?
No. Before he go to jail, he was at the hotel room making a whole lot of fucking noise.
Yeah.
I got a call. The boy up here making noise. So I go up to the room. I say, look, homie, you up here making all this motherfucking noise. Everybody know your voice. Calm that shit down. The motherfucker didn't listen. Another time, when he moved to Paramount around the corner from me, I get a call from the guy that he got the CME contract with. And this when 600 first came around. I never knew 600 called me too. Like, hey, is it okay for Crip Mac to come stay with you because he already hot? The people around here, we getting calls that he live in Paramount. I say, come over here, it's all good, fuck it. He was scared to come move his ass up in the house with me because he know he couldn't do that dumb shit. We was gonna either work, we was gonna keep it professional. It wasn't no disrespecting these gangs because like, hey homie, I'm really out here. Like, I couldn't even take him to certain places because I didn't want to have to be responsible if it was time to get cracking. Your motherfucking ass run out because you ain't really like that. I brought him to my hood. He tried to play me one time like, hey, can we go to your hood? So I called Nutty Ray up. He got all the homies together, you know what I'm saying? And we made sure that he was secure, he was straight. But he, you know, them dudes is busters, man. Them dudes ain't really like that, man.
So look, wait, long story short, he go to jail, right? So I'm in Miami. I'm in South Beach. I'm minding my business. Bro called me, Whack, nigga went to jail. Who? Crip Mac. I said, okay. I said, he said, Whack, think the nigga out on the bail, double bail. I get around the phone, call my bail bondsman, right? Bro said, I think the mom want to talk to you. I said, we ain't got to do that. We can just get right to it. Call the bondsman. The bondsman say, Whack, the nigga out on the double bail. I said, he said, you might have to put up some property. This is a Paul Wu saying this. I can show you on my phone. I said, bro, whatever it take, go get him. I got business with that man. And Rock calling me. Rock calling me. If he calling me like, Whack, is there anything you can do? Well, you know I can do. Fuck it, we gonna move him. I'm gonna be real. If I'm sitting in that LA County jail and a motherfucker tell me a Crip is putting forth effort to come get me, I don't have nothing to say about that man. Next thing I know, this what's it, ODHM?
The old dope head motherfucker Slim.
That nigga, ODHM, whatever motherfucking orders in, he done got on the phone. I don't even know this dude. When I'm dealing with Crip Mac, it's Bruce and Rick Rock. He done told this motherfucker, oh, this nigga Whack clout chasing off your name, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Crip Mac, he in jail, he ain't know, he going what he saying. Crip Mac, oh, fuck Whack 100, he's a custard, I'ma fuck his wife. It go out. Rock see it. Rock don't have to call me about that. He already know what's going on at that point. He scratching his head, cause he like,
hey, we trying to get you out.
We trying to get you out. My man said, Whack, he got a hold. They gonna drop it 5 to 10 days. We gonna our belly on your profile. Cool. I went back to what I was doing in South Beach. And that's how he lost the fight.
That's a shame, because that would have been the fight.
Bro, now what I wanted to do with
Blueface, Crip Mac, it doesn't get much better than that in terms of LA.
It would change his whole career.
Younger dudes
so what
fighting,
I wanted to
that
do,
would be it.
If he would have just stuck to the fucking now they got him over there looking like he a motherfucking, like he in a convalescent home, like he's a patient. You know what I'm saying? Walking him around, I'm like, look at this dumbass shit, man. They work me like a real homie, like this motherfucker.
Now what I wanted to do, I told you and Bruce, I said, look, I don't want to have nothing to do with his music, but I want to put him in a contract to be a comedian.
You don't like the music?
He's not, just ain't my shit, right?
You got a good voice.
I wanted to put him in a contract to be a comedian.
He just needs a little bit of help with the bars,
I was gonna reach out to Nick
bro.
Cannon, attempt to get him on Wild 'N Out.
Oh my God.
And then I was gonna reach out to all my niggas, DC Young Fly, Country Wayne, you know, Jess Hilarious. I was gonna tell all the comedians I know, I'm managing this man. Whenever y'all going out, if it's a slot and I can get him on it, cool. We could have got him a few little writers to help him on the little fill-ins, and then let him do him. Cause he's the only motherfucker like him that have been on that stage, right? It would have went. I wanted to manage him as a comedian. I told bro them, I said, bro, this is what I want to do. We get him in a fight, we use the fight, and we spin off and shoot him straight there. Whatever y'all do with the music ain't my business. If y'all need my help on some distribution, the cool is love. And this crackhead nigga got in his ear jealous.
Fucked it up, man.
Oh, they trying to take my homie.
It's all Slim. For old dope head.
Yeah, it's him. Because Crip Mac honestly is in jail listening to this dude, Crip Mac can tell you he ain't never heard us say nothing. He's going on what other niggas is saying. This shit would have changed his life, and you know it.
Yeah.
We had to, we were supposed to do a short film. It was gonna be called No Custers. That was the whole mission. Like, we was about to take this shit to a whole nother level, but his homies got in the way, fucked everything up. Group A, old dope and motherfucking Slim, they fucked up the whole shit, man. But you know what, man? It ain't nothing personal, homie. Life goes on. I watch him over there with his caretaker. It's looking bad.
Well, I gotta give you a lot of, cause you asked me.
He created the
No, he asked me, yo, Wack, if Crip Mac get out, you think if I brought him up here as one of the hosts, it'll work? I told him I think he missed his boat. When people was on him, he was hot, he kept going and jealous over it. You still believed in him and put him up here.
Right.
So he really need to, listen, the day he disrespects you, I think at that point everybody gonna be like, nigga, you just got a mental problem.
But I will say this about the motherfucker.
He funny as fuck.
When it come to feeding the homeless and shit, like that shit not scripted. Like, he really fuck with that. Like, I remember one time we went to go feed the homeless and the guy asked him for a blanket. And he was like, motherfucker, I'll bring it tomorrow. And I thought he was just doing it for the camera. I called him like 5 o'clock the next morning. That motherfucker was down there passing out blankets. Like, he don't do that. That's like for real. That's real shit he do. He got a good heart,
Yeah,
but
he probably
it's
come
just the
from
people
that.
that surround him. They lead him in the wrong direction. He do got a good heart. He's not a bad person. It's just that he got this want to be accepted shit. Like, if he ever, I said, Crip Mac, if you take that shit off your forehead, do you know it's over with? You gonna go straight to the top. He won't listen.
You really think he should do that though?
If I was his homeboy, we would have changed his motherfucking ass up. We would have broken one of them places with them tattoo lasers, got that shit off his motherfucking head, woke his ass up, go to work.
Right.
We would have made it. Listen, my homies, nigga, you fit to take that shit up off your motherfucking. You ain't putting no work in any motherfucking way.
Okay, but if he did that, you think that everybody in LA would view him?
Snoop Dogg would fuck with him if he took that off his.
You think that's the thing that's keeping Snoop from fucking with him?
I know for a fact that's why Snoop ain't.
A lot of people, yeah, because for them to make him bigger, they making that movement bigger.
Snoop like him. Snoop like the dude, but he can't fuck with him because of the fucking bullshit.
Right.
Only reason why.
Yeah.
You know.
That's why everybody's always been kind of
Politics.
blown away by that forehead tattoos. It's just
Well, when them hoovers catch his ass, they gon'
He just ain't been caught. He be, he get caught. He gonna get everybody. Every dog had a day. We didn't all had our day. There's some of us is bigger dogs, and it wasn't our day. He ain't like that.
You think the Hoovers are worried about that, or you think it's just kind of nah?
No, I think today's time to keep it 100. He's more of a. It's like a character now. When the right one's seeing, they gonna probably kick him in his ass. I don't think they gonna do nothing drastic to him. They're gonna just put their foot up his ass, probably slap him around. But as far as them trying to take him out the game, some might. But I don't think it's that. Everybody know he's a character, man.
I'm gonna be real, right? If he start getting big, that's gonna be a problem. He's still down. Like, I'm gonna be real. It's probably a good thing he did some weird shit with me. Cause I was gonna make him big.
When I seen him with the guy up here, like
I was gonna make the nigga big.
Dude, Tony,
the gay crip.
Yeah, it's no such thing as a gay crip. But when I seen him up here with the guy, if this is your job description, if it was my job description, they asked me, Rock, would you do an interview with a gay guy? I don't have no problem with that because I don't have nothing against him. But when it's one claiming to be, there's no such thing.
I wouldn't have did it.
Hold on. There's no such thing as a gay crip. But what I will say this is, if it was presented to me even 5 minutes before the show even started, I would have declined it. For the simple fact is, they won't want nobody playing with their community. And as far as the crip community, I think that's even if it was any gang member, a gay guy saying he was a gang member, that's not.
You know what? So let me correct it. We're saying openly gay.
Right.
Just some gay gang members.
Yeah,
but so you know about all the sneaky ones.
No, I don't know about them, but we know what they in there.
You got sneaky. You got sneaky.
We know they in there.
We
got some bandit homies.
You got
on
people,
both sides.
You got
everybody smiling in the room. Everybody knows about something.
You
we
do
got
have
some
that.
bandit homies. But we talk about openly.
Right.
Community.
These is guys that sneak. And we was on the penitentiary yard. I did 14 years there, and if it was a homie that we knew was fucking around, and it got to us, we fit to boot his ass up out of here. Point blank period. You know what I'm saying? But you got this guy coming up here, and they having Crip Mac pulled a sandwich out and gave you know.
Dude talking about did you get a put on or a fuck on? He batting his eyes at him.
Like that's a game that can't be played with. You know.
As a Damu, I'm mad. If you would have asked me to interview this dude, I wouldn't have did it.
So when I did my thing, let me clear something up too. When I did my thing, I said I got on Crip Mac and Brick Baby. You know, at the same time, me trolling. At the same time, that's what we all do. We get on this motherfucker and have fun. Once I turn that computer off and go outside, I don't think about none of the shit that's on the internet, right? So when I got him about the shit, I was trolling with him, right? So I said, Crip Mac, you gotta take that Crip off your name. They put it on the internet, as Rick Rock said, they couldn't, some weird shit. Then it was videos, Rick Rock versus the neighborhood Crips, and Rick Rock got homies from neighborhood Crip. Rick Rock got love for neighborhood Crips. You know what I'm saying? It was a sucker that tried to twist
you
it.
said this ain't got nothing to do with where you from.
Take that.
I'm talking about the word Crip.
Yeah.
Wherever you from is where you from. I can't put you off of that, but you gonna take Crip off your name. That's what
it
you
make
said.
it make us all look. It make us all look kind of a certain way to the rest of the world that don't understand what the fuck. It's a lot of crazy shit on the West Coast. And it's a lot of LA guys, Compton guys, it's a lot of all of us that have a presence on this YouTube. So when they see this shit, they all over the place like, what the hell is going on? So it's kind of like a bad look.
If you ran into Tony, what would you do?
If I ran into Tony, I'd go the other way. It's nothing for me to talk about.
Okay.
As Crip business and with him, we don't have shit to talk about.
Who the fuck is Tony?
The gay Crip.
But as a person, do I feel some type of way by what he, you know, I don't have no problem with you being gay, homie. Like that don't got nothing to do. That's your preference, the way you want to live. I have a gay cousin. I shot his music videos.
Yeah.
I don't have nothing against
Got nothing to do with the community.
But once you get to talking gang stuff,
right?
That's
an overlap that nobody's willing to go through.
It's too serious. Yeah. I got homies that died for this. My brother died for this. I got my best friend CeeLo for my name. I have homies that's rest in peace behind this shit. You know what I'm saying? For a motherfucker to get on here and play with it like it's too much playing, it just ain't the right people that got a hold to their ass.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people, a lot of these dudes, homies, they look at it like this is our meal ticket about this shit, so we gonna accept it. But where I come from, certain shit, ain't nobody above the law. Anybody, you fuck up, you gonna get it. But what you do after that, that's on you. But you gonna get what you got coming.
But to be fair, I don't think Tony was playing. He wasn't really trolling. Like in Texas, it seems like that really is accepted. Or at least where he's from.
Nah, because a lot of them dudes in Texas, Maxo
wasn't feeling it. We asked him about it.
You know what I mean? Sauce Walker them don't know nothing about that shit. I'm gonna be real, and I'm just talking business. The move he made by himself, genius.
He's brand.
But they was not supposed to allow him to prostitute, the cripping,
exploit,
to get all to do that. They let him exploit it. He won, cause whether he playing fake serious, whatever he is, now people know him as that. Somebody else gonna pull him and do an interview. And Lord forbid if he go do a gimmick song and drop some shit of one of these other motherfucking artists, throw him in a video, or Charleston White go over there and do some shit with him. All this is that. No West Coast Crip Blood of Paru should have contributed to that.
I think especially if Crip Mac would have denied the interview. If Crip Mac would have said, fuck that, I'm not doing that, I think that would have took him a little higher too.
People would have respected.
Yeah. They would have respected him more. Now it's like you'll do anything. You'll go in the back room with Tony and do some strange things for a couple of dollars.
No, I believe so. I believe so. Lily Cakes told me that when they used to be fucking, he used to be whispering crazy shit and y'all don't know.
Not the Crip Mac I know.
Well,
straight as an arrow.
So is you and Crip Mac gonna do something on Plug Talk?
Do you want us to? Is that your big idea or something?
Is that one of your things?
No.
Huh?
I'm ladies only whack. You know this.
But you be having men in there though. Looking them in their eyes and weird shit.
Oh yeah, I did the Eiffel Tower the other day.
Hey, the last time I came on your show, homie, I got into some crazy back and forth. So I want to give a shout out. Which camera? To Rennie Lowe. Rennie Lowe introduced me to Crip Mac, and I didn't state that on my last one. And me and her had an issue about that. So shout out Rennie Lowe.
I know Rennie.
What was the issue?
When I met Crip Mac, I didn't put her in it. I didn't acknowledge her as
that
connecting
she
the two
plugged her.
together. I think I left her out. You know, just being on here first time. I never been on the platform this big. So when I got to to speak on how we met, I think you asked me that question. I left her out of it.
Okay.
You know, but shout out all them people, man. I ain't got nothing against none of them personally, but when you come at me
personally,
I'm gonna come at you. If you go back on my YouTube shit, if you go back on my YouTube channel, it's positive.
What's wrong?
vibes.
Too many black people in the room? Huh? White guy?
The sound
Too
panel
many
fell
black
off the
people in the
wall.
room, white guy?
when you go down my YouTube channel, Compton Rick Rock TV, you gonna see positive vibes. You gonna see me saying positive things. But when a person come at me with the BS, and I'm gonna troll back with you. It's not personal, because if it was personal, I wouldn't even be on the internet. I know all these dudes stay there. So if I had a personal problem with you, I just go over there, wait for you to come outside and kick your ass. I wouldn't even do nothing crazy to you. I just kick your ass, and if you want to go a little further than that, I'd probably slap you or something like that. I wouldn't do nothing crazy.
Okay, but there's this conversation we've been seeing happen on the internet about Crips specifically, but I guess about gang members in general. Do you feel like the internet is fucking up the whole gangbanging thing because everybody's talking about shit that they're not supposed to be talking about on the internet and whatnot?
Well, they'll find that out when the police or the federals and motherfuckers come knocking on their door. You know, you get to saying some shit that you really ain't got no business. Everything recorded is in the atmosphere. You have the choice. You have the option to get on here and promote you or brand yourself the way you want to brand it. Whether it's a gang member or non-affiliate, you get on here saying shit you ain't got no business saying. That's a reflection of your ass. It's recorded, it's documented, and when your time comes for them to present that shit in court, you will wish you wouldn't have said some of the shit and did some of the shit you did. If it's some real shit.
Right.
So we all
That's real.
We all gotta face that if we on here saying and doing shit we ain't got no business. Because they always listen. Even the motherfucking comments in your comment section, them be the police sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
But why would the cops need to leave comments?
Because they want you. Listen, it was a comment. It was a comment in one of my motherfucking videos that I said, "How in the fuck? Who is this?" When I seen that comment, I said, "You're the police for sure."
So like they got a robbery and homicide division. They have a social media division.
Right. Do you ever hear from them? Because I always hear about the hip hop police in New York, but I never really hear about the cops
motherfucker named
knowing
Curly
shit
out there.
out here.
He jumped out on me, white tee, Air Force Ones, jeans with the badge on the chain under his shirt. I was at out there with K Slay at the Players Club on Randall Street or Randall Avenue, and I went to the car and they pulled up 4 deep. I thought they had me. Jumped out, nigga, like regular, like looking like us on the wall. Nigga, what?
Old dope head motherfucking Slim, we got 50,000 for this boxing match.
Oh yeah,
you get you and that Custer ass. You know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna fight both of y'all in the ring. You can keep the 50 racks. I'm gonna do it for free, man. I'm gonna do it for free. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna just do it in Baby Snaps Alley. I'm gonna pull up over there.
They don't want to do. I put up a bet that. See, I know Rick Rock. Like I know him, right? And I know what he good at, right? And I told him, because I started seeing that they was using a bunch of platforms to do a bunch of little weird shit. I said, listen, I got 50,000 that Rick Rock could knock both y'all out. He'd get out with y'all at the same time. And he gonna bed both of y'all.
ODM Slim and who else?
No, man, y'all saying the nigga name Old Dope Head motherfucking Slim.
Oh, Dope Head Slim. And Crip Mac.
Together.
You
think you can find them both at the same time? Wow.
I didn't fall.
Yo, listen,
man. I didn't went back to back with.
Yo,
what would the strategy be? You go straight for Crip Mac because he's bigger? Or?
Knock the first sucker out. I'm gonna take the punches from this sucker. Then I'm gonna knock the skinny one out first. Then I'm gonna go have fun whipping his ass. This ain't nothing new to me, man.
This ain't nothing new.
We didn't been in real fun.
Hey, listen, I'm the one threw it out there. He ain't said.
Just give me 90.
Even know.
Look, give me 90 days to get in condition, and they ass is grass. Right now, I just. We'll talk about that when it comes time to get that
shit.
Get y'all ass up. Y'all go hustle up 50 rats. Tell China Mac, Crip Mac to give you some of that money he got in his bank account. And ODM Slim, go sell your ass.
Hold on.
Get some of that money.
China Mac. That's 4-leaf money. Well, don't keep thinking you're gonna run around out here in these streets in Cali and Crip Mac putting you in a bad spot. 4-leaf got a real
Shout out
contract.
4-leaf. That's the homie, man. Shout out 4-leaf, man.
50% partnership. So you might want to do what's right. He gonna respect your business.
Hey, look,
but he got to do what's right.
He don't even own the name Crip Mac.
Yeah,
he own that, man. He don't even own that now.
When I first interviewed him, it was C-Mac DeLoke in the title and everything, and then we ended up having to change it because he just switched it to Crip Mac. I always thought C-Mac DeLoke had a little bit more flavor to it.
Yes, because he take that Crip off of it.
But like Crip Mac is like so simple.
Bro, we keep leaving him open, bro. This man shot.
A little more smooth.
Business wise, points already.
Because for one, when you see Crip, it puts you in the box. Certain people that may want to do some commercial shit with you.
C-Mac,
they're not
you
gonna
better
do
go
it.
back to C-Mac. That's good. That's good, man.
Nigga,
Come on,
that's
see,
real
that's what you
shit.
need to be as manager, man. Get the bums away from
C-Mac the Loke is a better ring, and for business, it won't put him in a box.
That's why I'm always kind of amazed seeing China Mac manages it and him.
China
Because
Mac
like,
don't know what the fuck he doing.
what is that even going to be like on a day-to-day basis? It must be fucking crazy, and especially as a dude who's not really like from LA. You're with Crip Mac. You got to be navigating LA shit all the time,
Look,
right?
I know China Mac.
Right.
We good, but I'm China Mac. Tap in with 600 now. 4Leaf got real legal paperwork, and right now you are conspiring to steal from a real hoodster. And you know he gonna respect you going to get business, but y'all got to run the man his cut.
Right. Okay.
Even you, Adam.
You see him? He served me with the notice. Yeah,
I told him
600
to.
did.
I told him to.
Shout out 600. That's my young.
That's business. That ain't got nothing to do with you.
I got my lawyers working on it.
Yeah, they got to run him his cut.
Right.
Do the right thing.
Stuff. Hey, let me ask you this.
What up? What up?
Why is your artist getting stabbed in the boxing ring?
Partially because all artists, all of them, at some point in time in their career, get comfortable because things haven't happened.
Right.
And when you got older cats around you, they all think that we are over exaggerating shit. When we be telling them shit, they be like, man, that nigga over, he tripping, man, that shit ain't. So he got stabbed, first and foremost, because he got comfortable and went to train by himself.
So he's just training in the boxing gym on some regular shit, acting like he's not famous.
I just booked a fight in Manchester, England.
And who is he gonna fight?
I forget some YouTuber.
Who was the security over there?
Bingo.
No security.
He ain't tell nobody.
Look, when I was doing security for gang, right? You remember we was at the I was game security going, you know that. We was at the Coliseum. What's the Coliseum?
Coliseum.
This motherfucker gets into it, and I'm gonna clear something up because a lot of people got this story fucked up. When they say, "Oh boy, fired on you," he never fired on you. He swung, missed, and ran.
Right?
You
talking about Rolling Loud?
I don't even want to say Rolling Loud.
He swung, missed, and ran.
We're not gonna say the dude's name, but I'm gonna say this though. When you was getting into it with the police, this motherfucker crazy, homie. You told the police, "Fuck your mama, I beat y'all ass." I grabbed gang like, come on, let's roll, homie. You know what I'm saying? We out here. Like, I used to make sure that he was straight.
Yeah,
so.
but see, I put bro on game. Him and gang got their own relationship. I put bro on game because I know him on him is me on him.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to do the management shit. He ain't gonna stop to no limps. This is what I know. If I find game fucked up, he triple fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what that was. And so you got to remember, this is right around the time of your crazy ass movement. Right? So they think I'm out my mind, right? Game said, I said, man, we're gonna put Rock on you. He said, Wag, man, you know Rock been on some crazy shit. I don't give a fuck, that's Rock, right? And it's crazy because one of my boys out there, right, when he hear the dude that been running that movement is at the video, he tried to find you, right? He said, what? The dude that did the movement, there ain't no bump.
Hey, when that nigga seen me, that nigga looked, and he said, on Power Rule, ain't nothing going on. Rock can get down with, man, it was about 20 of them dudes, homie. He was like, Rock can get down with every last one of y'all. I'm like, man, shit, it is what it is.
So I'm there,
this motherfucker.
Wacko from West Side there, the right people there, right? But what's crazy is,
shout out Wacko, man, real nigga, man.
When him and On the Fingers, Lil Jon started talking, cause Lil Jon like, homie, man, what's up with the whoop de whoop? So Rock is working, but he's still maintaining his crippin', right?
Mm-hmm.
But one thing Rock know, right? We ain't gonna let that happen. Nigga, I met Geechee like that. When I met Geechee, he was at your old spot at Death Trap.
Hey, no, I'm gonna bring this nigga up in it. When y'all think about the song, man, remember you say, who that nigga that's on the song with you, Rock? That was Geechee, man.
But listen, Rock, but I'm getting to the politics.
Go ahead.
When I meet Geechee, they coming to do something with you. Me and Reek was there that day, right?
Shout out Reek.
So I'm in the alley. So I know Geechee and them is in there because I just left them. So I see a car pull up, with 2-3 little grimy little niggas, right? I know at this time, if something happened with Geechee and I never spoke a word to him in my life, I'm to blame. And I know that's Rock Homie. I know that's Rock Homie. Geechee will tell you.
That's my brother.
His homies came in and told him, the nigga whack nigga out there show stopped us. Homie, who y'all here for? Because if they was coming to do something to him, I would have had to do something to them. Because at the end of the day, wait, what happened? They whooped up. Who was there? Who was in the alley? Whack? Right? Rock gonna tell me whack. Whether you know the homie or not, that's my homie. Do for me what I'm gonna do for you. Right? So Rock was straight, but just to have the heart to cover that and vibe it was crazy. Him and Lil Jon started talking, and this nigga, his whole family, with your daddy, his whole family from Lil Jon neighborhood, so it worked out great. And now him and Lil Jon, they see each other. Lil Jon comment on
Lil
this shit.
Jon uncle, Momo. I know everybody.
So that, you know,
straight from the hospital.
it's like our politics, man, has been working for us. Cause it be real motherfuckers that if they run across each other at the wrong time, it could go bad. So because I may have a relationship with somebody and it be a dude they don't like, I'm able to bring it together a different way to where they can get understanding. And that's just what this is about. If we using our influence to send motherfuckers at motherfuckers other than kill it and fix it and let's move on with business, then you moving wrong.
Okay, but let me just finalize this story though. So Blueface is boxing by himself, training.
Yeah.
Is this like in the valley or is this more towards the city?
Valley. He's in the valley.
Okay. And some random gang member walks up in there.
He wasn't a gang member.
Okay, he was just tweaking.
He wasn't a gang. I mean, I kind of know what it's about. We know but don't know, right? Because dude came in there screaming about a brawl, right? And to all you rappers, let me give you a word of advice. One, never get comfortable. Get comfortable feeling uncomfortable. Never say, I done went over here to the store a million times, ain't nothing gonna happen. Because at one time, something could happen. Keep your team with you. Before you go out and buy a bunch of unnecessary shit, say, you know what? That $200,000, I can give 3 homies that can be with me every day a nice little salary, and they move with you. Because while he's in the ring, he vulnerable, he wide open. Right? And then rappers, when y'all doing y'all little thing after the shows or whatever, always know a lot of these women y'all with, they got a boyfriend. They just ain't telling you. And let me tell you what happens one day. That phone ring and the nigga answer it and he goes through motherfucking text messages or something, or she notices that you're liking a certain celebrity shit and he sees the interaction, and that boyfriend is gonna say, what's this? This say you met up with such and such, and it's a good chance at that point in time, that female, out of pure fear, is gonna lie. She'll say anything.
Right.
But when you fucking these chicks and they tied to people, those is potential enemies. Man, a weak nigga will kill you behind a female.
So you think this guy stabbed him over, like, he had something going on with Krishan or something?
No, it had nothing to do with Krishan. I think it might have just been a random or something. It could have been some random shit, because we don't know if he wasn't a gang member.
But what happened after the stabbing?
We went to the hospital and got stitches.
What happened to the guy?
They caught him 2 days later.
Really?
But he in the best situation.
He stabbed someone who won't tell on him?
You know these cameras, these stop signs, they got cameras on top of them.
Right.
They called his plate. This remind me of Marley Marl.
Is he wearing Incredibles diapers?
Yeah, he got Incredible diapers on it.
That's incredible.
That's the whole purpose of bringing it up.
This nigga got better cologne on than me. Right? So they caught him from his license plate. The goddamn camera on one top of the stop signs or whatever caught his plate. They went to his house the next day arrested him. But he's in a great situation. You know, nephew, you know, he a real schoolyard crib. We ain't picking nobody out, no lineups, and we ain't showing up to court on nobody.
Motherfucker like ODM Slim. Get this motherfucker. Come on, let's get
Come get ODM Slim. Come get ODM. Come get ODM.
We got like ODM Slim over here.
Oh, he come to you?
The Slim. His name is Slim, bro. ODM Slim.
Willie. Hey, yo, listen, man. We brought.
What's the Incredible diapers, man? This shit work even on
monkeys.
Man.
Incredible diapers even work on monkeys, baby. Right. Yo, this is crazy. Shout out to Marley Marl.
And ODM Slim.
Marley Marl, the first one I ever.
Why does Marley
seen,
Marl remind you of this monkey in the
Because
background?
Marley Marl had monkeys.
Oh, right, okay.
He had them like they be running. He had all kind of shit. I remember he had some wolves running around his property, real motherfucking wolves.
Right.
And they almost snatched the lady over the gate, so we had to get rid of her.
So you're telling me Blueface got stabbed and fucked up so bad that he can't box in a couple
I
months?
don't know what. See, this is the thing. He called it a thigh stabbing. So he got stitches. So now we talk about, can he condition? Can he run on it? So we'll know. I'm gonna give him a couple days to see how he feel. Can he run on it? Can he train on it? Because we only got like 50 days.
Right. How much Blueface getting paid to box these days?
A whole lot of money.
Really? I'm thinking about getting into it.
Oh, they give you a bag.
Problem is, I don't think I can fight.
It don't matter. They give you a bag.
You think I can learn?
They will give you. Yeah. I will put you with my boy Malik Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to at least like get in there.
Philly.
I need to get in the boxing gym and figure out what they think of me.
He training the
Who you gonna take the fade with?
What's up, boy? Name Bronze Bomber.
I'll take the fade. What do you mean, Adam? Will take the fade. Set that up.
Whoever you get in the ring with.
I don't know if I'm ready for that.
Listen. They will give you a bag.
Yeah.
Serious money. And I'm gonna be real with the skyrocket and shit.
Yeah. It seems like it would be a good time for like the content.
Yeah. You know what I would do if I was you? Right before the fight, I'd do a little skit.
Fuck out of
Hey,
here.
listen, before I get in the ring, I gotta do my plug talk
Boy.
shit with my bitch back here, right? Act like you did a whole sex session with your bitch and go in the ring and whoop a motherfucker
So
ass.
I gotta ask you this because you always are trying to imply that I'm sus. But so the other day,
No, I ain't never say you be saying gay shit.
Okay, well,
I just think you're a white boy.
Right.
Y'all do that type of shit even in the pen. You know, the Woods run around, they be doing all kind of shit. They slap each other with drawers.
we're doing
and
this
shit.
live stream thing, and I'm fucking this girl from behind, right?
Yeah.
And there's this French dude, Alex, and he's getting top from her at the same time, and he's French, so he goes, "Hey Adam, Eiffel Tower." So I hit that, we had the Eiffel Tower real quick. And I mean, that was kind of like a new level to me because I don't know if I ever really like touched my hand against another man's hand while I was piping before. So in that moment, I felt kind of like, damn, maybe we're at the whole room cannot believe I'm saying this. I felt like that might have been a whole new level for me. I wish I had a visual aid I could show you.
Yo, listen, bro. We know that your kind is y'all weird like that.
I don't think you should put all white people in whatever
Not all of
category
them.
you're putting me in.
But the shit y'all do, we don't do. We do got one crazy motherfucker. What's that crazy motherfucker from Watch? Daylight, Sunlight. What's that motherfucker?
Daylight.
That motherfucker's
He
crazy.
shit on the ground in the battle.
He burnt out, right?
Yeah.
But
He's out there.
the shit you do
Actually, he faked it.
and you comfortable with doing,
Right.
like your wife will laugh about that.
Yeah.
Our girl gonna look at us funny as a motherfucker.
Well, I think she might have been looking at me funny too, but it didn't stop her
Do
from...
she know that you was looking in a man's eyes and shit?
Yeah, she was there.
And she was cool with that?
Yeah, I think she understood.
Yeah, that's some different type of shit. That's some different type of shit, Adam.
I know.
You know what I mean? To each his own. But Adam, we do not move a play. What's up with your scary ass Klansman, bro?
Who?
Captain Tazari, y'all brought
Richard
him.
Spencer. Yeah, he didn't respond to my DM. I feel like he doesn't want the smoke anymore.
He's scared to debate the brother?
I don't know. He got a complicated personal life, from what I could tell. Like, I don't know. He seems like he's probably got a lot of shit going on.
Yo, man, listen. The culture needs that. We need that debate.
We need more fades, man. Hold on, more fades. I think.
Hold on, 1 second. 1 second.
We need that debate.
Hold on,
We need more
Adam,
fades.
I got the champ, a black champ on the phone.
Okay.
So bow down to something that's greater than you. Floyd.
Oh.
Listen, I'm up here with no jumper. I got Adam 22. I got my comrade Rick Rock from Compton Crib with me. We clearing up a few things, but we were just talking about the support, right, of what we do, right? And one thing about Floyd, how I say I allow people to have reach to me, Floyd allows people to have reach to him, right? I've been knowing him for many moons, but we just been knowing each other through passing. But when I send him my diaper shit and all that, Floyd, when I sent you my diaper information, what did you text me back and say?
I want it.
And what we doing? So I've been looking for a partner. I didn't want a bunch of partners.
I didn't get the offer.
So,
So we'll cover everything.
So me and Floyd gonna partner with me on Incredible Diapers. You know what I'm saying?
I said, tell me what you need and let's make it happen.
I seen Floyd manhandling Blueface the other day.
I was in the ring. You know what? You know what? Floyd ran him for. Floyd, what was that? A 5-minute round?
I don't know. It was entertaining. We had fun, and that's what it was about. You know, I didn't want to. I want to give people entertainment, and he wanted to too. So.
Now watch this. I originally called Floyd, and I had to sit down and think about it. Floyd had a fight gonna happen. I said, Floyd, we need the main event. We business partners. I need to put Blueface in the ring with you. Floyd said, Wack, I will not do that. I said, why? He said, because I'm not Floyd. What you tell me, bro?
Tell me what I told you.
He said, I will not, as a black man, humiliate, undermine another black man. He's a rapper. I'm a professional boxer. Let's do something else. Right? I can put him on the event. He could do a song. I get him a bag, or I put him on the undercard. But Floyd, I'm here to uplift and strengthen. I'm not here to break none of our people down.
But Logan Paul, he got fucked up.
He's a white boy.
Right.
Y'all been challenging us all our life. This is the champ.
Well, I don't say that, but you know, it is what it is.
Hey, yo.
You know, when it comes down to it, business is business at the end of the day.
All day. Yo, Floyd, whenever you come into town, Adam blessed me with a slot on his show. I would love to bring you up here, man, so you can have a conversation with him here in the Valley. Let me know when you coming into town. I can try to work around your schedule. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate you partnering up with me. It would have took people 2-3 years.
Adam.
Let's get it.
Adam, keep up the great work. You stay positive. Wack, you know I'm behind you 100%. And you know, when I'm out in LA, you know, anytime I can help out or give back, that's what I'm here to do.
Let's get it. I'm trying to get in the boxing world too, so I might need his help.
I live in LA also. You know, I live in LA also. Yeah. And you know, it's all about growth.
Hey,
I got a boxing match against this big crip.
I don't want to get on one of the boxing cards, Floyd. That'll be big. I don't want. Hey, we got to put him on with one of them YouTubers or one of these other dudes. That'll be big.
YouTube. He gonna get in with me, man.
There you go. Let's make it happen.
Man, I'm gonna take this fade.
He's fighting John Gotti III again in Las Vegas. I don't know where it's supposed to be. It could be in Las Vegas, could be in Miami, or it could be in Canada. So I'll speak with.
Holla at me. Let's get him on undercard.
Me and Wack are coming.
I'll speak with Wack, and we can make it happen.
Shout out to my boy S-Mac. S-Mac from Rolling 60s was one of my main guys that put me in contact with Floyd. We've always.
S-Mac.
And then he just gave me my direct. Shout out to S-Mac. Love, always.
One shot is my guy. S-Mac, solid dude. I mean, over 25 years. He's been solid. He can always call me for anything, and I'll show up. And of course, when I show up, we're gonna show out. You know, S, you my guy. You know, I love you. Through the good, the bad, and the...
Yep. Look, I appreciate you for answering, bro. I'm gonna hit you like Monday, Tuesday, and we're gonna get to the business.
Whenever.
All right, love.
I mean, whenever. What? I'm here.
All right. So listen,
that was pretty impressive in terms of you flexing the Rolodex on here.
I always do that.
No problem. Floyd Mayweather, he gonna pick up. It's all
I'm
good.
gonna be real. And Geechee, we had this conversation, right? Because I gave you mine, and I'm like, this is the start of yours. People in the street say, man, Wack be doing this. He said this. He be doing this. He be doing that. How this nigga can still do this, or how he can still do that? Because your phone book ain't right. Y'all over there piecing up to get a bottle of Hennessy and a pizza, right? My business partners, my phone book, right, is different. My man Sam out there, right? He works for them. He works for the embassy. Brought me $150 million contracts to distribute in the Middle East for Incredible Diapers, right? Okay, I can hit Floyd. Floyd is investing in the diaper company, right? Motherfucker, they brought a little dude from Bounty Hunters, Shy Belligerent, Runchy from Grape Street, brought a bounty hunter, listen to me, Runchy from Grape Street brought a bounty hunter to my studio. I sent the music to Birdman. Wack sent it to Birdman, he heard it, I like it, I'll be out here in a week, Wack, let's do something.
We out here.
Right, and I was telling nephew over there, like, listen, here go my number. Feel free to whenever meeting you doing, whatever you doing, if you need to use my name because it's gonna give you reach, use it. If you gotta call me, I'm gonna pick up. Man, what's up? Whatever you doing, we doing. And that's what it's about. Learn how to build your Rolodex and your phone book with people that matter to the people that's gonna really make a difference in your situation. People have gotten to you, Adam, through me.
True.
It's real talk, just how it worked. Shout out to my boy Jason Lee. Jason Lee's another one that, you know, Wack, if you need me, I'm there for you. So that's why Wack is able to move and do what he does, because my business is in the corporate.
You know what I noticed about Jason Lee? We gotta keep an eye on him. Because
now hold on, bro.
Not like that. But all the male porn star dudes that I know, he's following them and liking all their pictures.
He gay, he openly gay. Jason probably tried to
But
put
these are not gay porn stars. These are straight porn.
How you know?
Well, I mean, I guess I
You
don't
gay
know.
motherfucker or gay tendencies.
Right. Hey, but
gay acting.
Gay
acting to nothing.
we had a male porn star on the stream the other day. He's a blood from Nebraska, and he's got a song with Sada Baby.
He's a porn star.
I was like, that's pretty cool.
My homeboy Thump from my neighborhood did porn way back when. So we don't frown on homies to do porn. As long as they fucking a female.
That's crucial. I respect that more. But can you respect a stripper?
A stripper, yeah.
A male stripper?
No, I mean, yeah. Hey, I respect they hustle with them.
All right.
I'm not supporting it. But I'm not going to call you gay either. Because if you a male stripper at a female strip club, what it is.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know all that shit
That's
work.
different working at the dude strip club versus I don't even know if there is like a dude version.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know how that work. If you're a male stripper and it's a bunch of bitches in there,
right?
Nigga, I ain't got no rebuttal.
Whenever you talk to a LA dude who gangbangs and strips, you can always feel the conflict when you talk to them about it, where they know that their profession is not 100% accepted by their people.
I don't know, Rock, but you tripped if one of your homies was in a all-female strip club, and the homie done got out, he done been in there doing his burpees, and he getting paid with the bitches and probably knocking them down every night.
It's something positive. He ain't robbing nobody.
I'm not gonna call. I wouldn't look at it. I wouldn't have nothing.
Anytime you doing something, man, where you ain't putting your freedom in jeopardy and you ain't robbing, as long as it ain't no weird shit, get your money, man. I don't knock how nobody get that paper.
Okay.
That's real shit. As long as it don't involve, the violation of women, kids, and shit like that, I really ain't got nothing to say about it.
All right, this is my next question for you: is why are you going to war with Amber Rose?
She got out of line with her mouth, and I had to let her know.
What was the first thing she said that set this off?
No, this how it went, right? This really some clubhouse shit.
It always
now, you
is.
gotta understand, right? That's my backyard.
Right.
So when you ask me, right, if you say, hey, Wack, so you out here with such and such, that's my guy, you putting the heat on him, cause you leave him alone for me. And I say, you know what, Adam, cause you called me, done.
I never asked you that.
I turn it off. No, but just real shit, right?
Am I allowed to ask you that?
Yeah, I feel we got that type of rapport with each other.
Interesting.
I would respect. You asked me that a week ago.
About who?
JT, the bigger figure. You lied to me. Told me he was coming next week. So we go out and congregate in the front.
Yeah, you were trying to press him, huh?
No. Listen, we congregate in the front. Security like, yo, Wack, how long y'all gonna be here? Fuck you up, how long we gonna be here? You ain't never worried about that. But JT, the bigger figure, coming. That's cool, let him come. I don't have a problem with JT. But what I think, like I was telling Rock, some of these niggas be doing shit and saying shit, and they think I know. I promise you, if you don't send it to me, or people don't send it to me, I'll never know. So a lot of y'all, 90% of y'all, doing whatever you doing towards Wack 100, I never see it.
I did a 3.5-hour interview with him, and I never got around to asking him why he doesn't like you. So I'm still kind of
I'm gonna tell you why.
Oh, okay.
He mad about when I talked about the business decision he did. I mean, was it dumb to me? I thought it was dumb.
In terms of what, game?
That was the dumbest shit he could have did in life.
So basically,
you do know he owned Game's first album.
Yeah,
he sold it for $250,000 to Alan Grunblatt at Koch Records. Alan sat back and watched Interscope sign him through Kenji Desperado, K-Dog, then from Mansfield, right? And watched them pick a date for the documentary. And when he seen the date on the documentary, Alan Grunblatt went and booked the same date and put his album that he gave JT $250,000 for right on the side of it. I brought the wrong motherfucking album when I went in there.
Right.
So he didn't do no promo, he didn't do no videos, he didn't do shit. He just positioned it on the side of the documentary and cleaned up 4-5 million the first weekend.
Pretty smart.
For Allen.
Well, you don't consider it smart from JT? He should have held on to it?
The minute you seen Dre was fucking with him and all this was fucking with him, and you own this motherfucking album 100% unreleased music, you goddamn right.
But how much is an old weak-ass game?
Done,
like, the album was weak as fuck compared to the documentary, right?
The worst thing I would have done was got a bigger bag up front with a partnership. He signed away everything. 100%.
And so you criticized this business decision, and then he has issues with you because you criticized it.
That was it. Listen, I respect his hustle. I told you that. I ain't got nothing bad to say. I don't know nothing about him, somebody doing anything to him. I know he's a natural born hustler. I've seen him hustle from the U.S. to Africa. But
from the U.S.
after about an hour, and they saying, he ain't gonna pull up till you leave, Wack. See, that's what I got a problem with. Because whatever you did to think I got a problem with you, if you know I'm here, then you should pull up.
I think they were probably gaslighting him and telling him some other reason why they didn't want him to pull up, but they wanted him to wait.
Cap, because they was round the corner. When we left and bent to right, there was 4-5 people with a motherfucking Suburban parked right round the corner.
He came. Oh yeah, he came with like 2 other people.
Listen,
but it was like an hour after you left.
No, it wasn't.
They weren't supposed to tell you the person that we were trying to avoid you running into.
Adam, let me ask you a question.
I was trying to avoid blood being shed in the parking lot.
Do you think, I want to see if we on the same wavelength.
Okay.
Do you think that I would violate or disrespect your place of business on any of my personal shit?
Yes.
You do?
If it came down to it,
no.
Do I think you're like eagerly going to do that? No. Do I think that when it comes down to it, and it doesn't have to be you come in here with a lot of guys who they seem like great people, but they also seem like they would definitely do something.
My people, listen. My people they're not gonna disrespect me.
Today we got a little bit of a different crew, but your usual crew is here as well.
Crew is here, and then we got the homies from Comedy Crip here, right? I got a man. I was locked up with this man 30 years ago, right? So I would never see a motherfucker that I gotta and trip here. That'd be disrespect. My respect for you is greater than my disregard for them.
I appreciate
now, of course, if I'm in a situation where my life is in jeopardy or a motherfucker stand up and try to get off on me, I gotta do what I gotta do as a man. But even then, I would limit to how far it went. You know what I'm saying?
But you can't say that for your friends.
Definitely. They're gonna stop when I stop.
We all got
They're gonna acknowledge. They're gonna acknowledge what we doing.
We're just trying to keep you away from people where we're gonna have those issues.
Hey, look, Adam. Listen, Adam. We got some homies who me and Rock know we can't bring around this shit. They not going where them niggas from.
Too wild.
They're not gonna understand. That's them.
Well, one thing about my homies is like we come in peace. Like we ain't looking for nothing, but if you bring it to us, then you gonna have an issue. But as far as us starting shit and shit like that, we know how to conduct ourselves like men. We ain't on none of that.
But the thing is that he takes the temperature to a boil on Clubhouse.
Well, that's only
and then when he runs into these people, it's already simmering right at the top of the fucking pot.
What's simmering? Because
the water.
90% of the people, I don't even be knowing these niggas.
And that's part of the problem too. You have so many enemies that you don't even know which people are your enemies.
You got the same motherfucker. You got enemies too. Hey, we all got enemies, but at the end of the day, you got to understand that like when this shit is content, we know what the fuck going on. But it's the people outside that take it to a whole nother level. So that's why sometimes when we do be on this motherfucker, when we do got these platforms and we do say shit, we already got to know what's coming with this shit. Because it be motherfuckers. It was a dude walked up on me at the mall the other day. Rick Rock. I didn't know who the fuck this dude was, but I'm like, nigga, what's happening? He like, oh man, I follow you on.
Oh, I get. You know what? I'm glad you told me that. Because if that's happening, Rock, it started. Now, as far as Amber Rose,
shit.
I really was gonna. I want to give you the shit. Ray J called me, told me chill out, and Jason Lee came on Clubhouse to find me because I wouldn't answer his phone call. I knew why he was calling, and asked me to chill out. So I can't. I gotta leave it where it's at.
But why are you implying that Wiz Khalifa is gay?
Didn't I just tell you that Ray J and Jason Lee told me to chill out? Now that came out of your mouth.
Well, I mean, that was the main thing that stood out to me, is that you were threatening to expose Wiz Khalifa in this whole Amber Rose beef.
Let's just say this. My batting average is pretty high when I say I know I got some shit. Everybody know that. Niggas be talking some shit, woo. I'll put up the whole text thread. And niggas be like, oh, nigga.
But you got nothing against Wiz, right? He would just be a casualty of war if you were to expose whatever you're talking about?
Wiz is a great guy, great artist, even better dad. You know what I'm saying?
You want to just tell the room right now and we'll censor it out?
What? Tell the room what?
Whatever you plan on exposing about him.
See, your problem is, this is 2023. This ain't 1823.
I got nothing against him.
The black man is in control of
Seems
our
like a great
mind, of our mouth. All that, we in control.
Okay.
You're not going to manipulate me, Adam, to get what you want.
I just figured that if you know something, you would want to tell the room.
As Captain Tesoria would say, came tonight from the Caucasus Mountains.
Nice
You're
try,
not going to
wrong.
manipulate me,
Nice
Adam.
try, wrong guy.
Is this the anti-white hate speech you're perpetrating
Nah,
on me right here?
Adam, listen. We do what we do.
You're gonna let
this
Wiz
week
live?
is the Adam and Wack show. Last week it was the Wack and Adam show, and then you came up with the other one. This white boy told me we're gonna call the show 22ster and the Rooster.
It's good, right?
22.
No.
It's got a nice ring to it.
No, because see, now what you're doing is you're adding more fire to some of my Crip comrades. Come on, Wack. Goddamn, man. Niggas know where you from, man. Why you just couldn't leave it to the Adam and Wack show?
But that's not the official name. That's like our secret,
That's
cool,
all
like
secret
clubhouse
shit.
name. Yeah,
I ain't got no secrets
that
with you, though,
clubhouse.
Adam.
but-
That's out.
Yeah, we got secrets.
No, the fuck we don't.
You're not down to have a secret with me?
No, absolutely not. You're a little different.
If I told you that I did some crazy, like some real
You're not
shit,
going to tell me nothing.
you're not going to keep my
pertaining
secret? If I
to-
tell you where the bodies are hidden, you're not going to keep my secret?
I don't want to know none of that.
You're
That ain't
going
my
to threaten on
That ain't
TMZ to
my
expose
business.
me or something?
That ain't my business. That ain't my... Rick Rock, listen. Well, what the fuck you got planned? What you got coming up?
This is what we doing, man. My thing is I want to get into short films. That's the next big thing I want to do. I want to start doing movies. That's my passion. I love being behind the camera. A lot of the stuff that you see on the internet, you got Compton Rick Rock, you got Rick Rock. Sometimes they both, have conflicts with each other. But, that's my thing. I want to do short films, get back into the comedy skits. You know what I'm saying? If Crip Mac ever want to, I don't have no problem with these dudes. You know what I'm saying? If they want to get some out the way, then that's cool too. But if they want to knock out some movies, let's do some real shit. Let's get some real shit going. Let's bring some laughter and some humor to the world. Let's get off all this bullshit that we be out here putting out.
Yeah.
And a lot of these dudes that's on the internet, you know what I'm saying? We, even including myself, we got to be aware of the shit that we put out, because there's a lot of kids and shit watching. There's a lot of people that look up to us and shit. So I don't want to just get too caught up in the negative shit. I want to also do my films and something positive.
We should bring you and Crip Mac on here for a reunion.
Crip Mac ain't gonna do nothing but say he's sorry and do the shit. He don't want to play a rock. You know, I got a call yesterday. We about to do an R. Kelly project.
What kind of project?
Saving R. Kelly.
So, not surviving, saving.
Saving. I come up with Saving R. Kelly.
Really?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna run it to Zeus.
Okay.
We got like 4 years. Now picture this, of the recorded conversations with R. Kelly.
Right.
Now you got to remember, at the first time he was arrested, what his mentality was. I mean, I'm finna bail. I'm finna get out this shit, right? Now he see it's real, no bail. They piling up charges, different states, right? What his mentality was, the conversation was. On through the trial, on through so on and so forth, people turn on him. Tasha K doing his shit with the motherfucking feds, illegally getting his motherfucking emails and shit like that. All that going on to him getting sentenced, even to him actually, performing songs, new songs over the phone that he putting together, right? And all that content. So what I'm thinking is we're gonna set up a environment with probably 4 people. We get somebody to host it, press play, and then some of the points in it, we'll stop it. We'll have somebody pro R. Kelly, somebody anti R. Kelly, and somebody that is neutral, and they can debate what he's talking about, right, on these recordings, right, as they go along. We're gonna make it a docuseries. I just came up with that like 2 days ago.
If Zeus gets behind that and the Blueface and Krishan show, then their track record will really be impressive.
I already greenlit that. I already called Lemmy. That's my partner.
They can just do whatever they want over there, huh?
I mean, you know, that's Floyd. Floyd's part
See,
of
that's
that.
the value in not
Floyd is
linking
part
up
of that
with a
company, too.
corporation. Because once you're with a corporation, they're going to say, "Oh, you can't make a documentary about a serial rapist, and you can't, dramatize and platform Blueface's abusive relationship."
I got another thing we about to do called Sneakerheads.
What's that going to be?
Crazy. Sneakerheads is crazy.
It's about sneakers.
Yeah, you know, sneakers are live. You know, we get a bunch of, entertainers and stuff, voices. But just so you can see how cool this shit is.
Sneakerhead. Oh, it's a bunch of shoes,
Yeah,
like
already-
with cartoon
they're
eyes and
live,
stuff. So they're all gonna be. This should be a Pixar film.
No, it's
No?
our film.
It's a WAC 100 production.
Nah, well, I wouldn't say that. I'm partnering with somebody. I got Birdman interested, Zeus interested. So I'm gonna get the finances behind it. The script is already done, and we're gonna get it going.
You see your boy Charleston pepper spraying his opponent.
Oh, yo, hey, listen. I don't fuck with dude, but the fact I can halfway respect that he is who he is.
Live up to what he said.
He tell niggas,
Yeah, I'm a pepper
you come
spray.
playing with me, nigga, I'm hit you with this spray.
That bear spray.
So look, do I think he went to pepper spray the man? No. But in Charleston head is, nigga, I know I'm finna get my ass, and I'm gonna use Finsta. I'm finna get my ass whooped anyway, right?
Uh-huh.
If I go out here and this man do anything to me, I really can't do nothing.
Right.
So fuck it. I'ma strap up with
Shit, he
pepper
got,
spray.
He got one eye. He got shit.
Do
he
you
got-
see how, bro? Y'all, did you see how quick he was with that shit?
Shit was already in his
It's
sleeve.
like he sat in the mirror with the robe and practiced. Woo!
Hey, you know how nigga do
That
it?
nigga draw down was straight. Woo! That nigga, let me tell you some busters. Get you gotta admit. Third, his homies that was with him the fighter, you niggas is busters. All you niggas is bitches. Because ain't no way, soon as he pepper sprayed him, you niggas are supposed to take flight. He can't hit everybody.
I'm thinking-
Somebody go.
But it was probably, let's just, elephant in the room.
With
It
a
was
pepper
probably
spray
fake,
rock,
right?
y'all getting off. Natural reaction.
Hey, your brain didn't automatically go to like, oh, this is probably fake.
No, that ain't, no. Rockstar was there.
Really?
Rock, they had to clear the room. You know how that pepper spray do, nigga. Yeah, we wide babies.
Hey, but you see the prison move. You know you got a knife in your hand with your jacket. That nigga with that spray.
That nigga push, draw down, spray.
Charleston seemed a little too calm afterwards. So it made me feel like it might not have been real.
They fight tonight.
It's tonight. He said he got boxing. He said he got pepper spray boxing.
Yo, but okay, when I'm looking at his opponent, who I don't know who he is, I clicked on his shit.
boy,
He got
that
like
nigga better whoop Charles
20,000
ass.
followers.
He can't just beat him.
My thing is like, this is like a normal, healthy dude, and then you have Charleston White, who looks like he belongs in a wheelchair. He's like half
Charleston
retarded.
really got that bag.
To
They
me,
paid that nigga
how
$6.
is this fool not gonna beat the dog shit out of him?
Shit, I'll take
He
that ass
has
whooping.
to.
For six.
He
how much they
can't
pay
just
him?
win.
6 figures.
6 figures.
Yeah, that's some good.
Look, he can't just win.
Right.
After he did what he did to him, dude got to whoop Charleston's ass.
Right.
If he just wins the fight, if that shit goes the distance, and Charleston got dropped 7 times and didn't get beat bad and knocked out, niggas gonna clown him. He got to whoop his ass now.
There's no way Charleston White
gotta
can
whoop his
fight.
ass.
He's like handicapped. Like he can't fight. Like there's no way. I don't believe it for a
Go get in there
second.
and swim on him.
For 6 figures, any money. Hey,
Hey, I think Charleston gonna get in there and swim on him. He gonna get that motherfucking nigga, and that nigga. Or he might run around. He might hop around for me.
Hey, but
Then he might be talking about float like a butterfly. I ain't got no sting like a bee.
hey, for 6 figures, you gonna learn how to fight. 6 figures.
Hey, especially if you at home and you down to your last.
Yeah, I fight Tyson right now. I get in the ring with Mike Tyson. Yeah,
That nigga still. Hey, that
I get
nigga
in the ring with
still.
Mike Tyson.
But I think you have a way better chance against Mike Tyson than Charleston White has against like any healthy adult male.
I take that favor, Tyson. Set it up.
Set it up, line it up.
That's my
Get
partner.
Floyd on the phone, man. Set that shit up.
No, that's my partner.
You're gonna pay for the Charleston White pay-per-view? Whack? Whack?
Huh? I'm gonna do what?
You're gonna pay for the Charleston White pay-per-view?
Oh yeah, I'm watching that
Really?
for sure.
You gonna bootleg it or you gonna actually pay for it?
Well, I'm for one, I want to support 1111.
Oh, that's who's doing it.
You know, I think they behind it or whatever.
That's who was supposed to book a Crimac fight previously as well.
Yeah, it was them.
And they just fucked it up, or was that another example of him just tweaking out?
The people behind him.
People behind it. and Rockstar over there. So he, you know, they offered me a bag to go commentate, but they was like lowballing me. So I didn't fuck with it. I let Rockstar go ahead and do his thing.
They wanted you to commentate.
Wanted me to come
You
commentate.
think you could have a feature in that?
Oh yeah, cause I'm gonna get up there. Listen. One thing people know, I'm gonna say what the fuck I want to say.
Right.
You're not gonna tell me what to say. I say the shit niggas be thinking and don't want to say. I'm gonna say it.
We were watching that old Drake and Game video the other day.
100.
And that you're in, and I pointed it out to my kid. I go, "That's the motherfucker who made those diapers that you've been wearing." I don't think she understood.
You should teach your kid the word motherfucker.
Well, I probably didn't really say that.
Okay,
My
I'm
girl would
just saying.
fucking shoot me if I said that.
For real.
But, I pointed it out. I'm like, look at that. That's him about 10 years ago.
Hey.
That was 100. We shot that on Brazil and Wimbledon.
That was a great video.
Definitely.
We ain't
Trey
really
the
seen
Truth.
Drake in the trenches since, right?
Nah. I never forget. Trey the Truth calls me. Whack, where y'all at? What you doing today? Man, we're shooting a video, Drake and Game. Oh yeah? Yeah. Well, send me the pin drop. I sent it to him. That nigga pulled up in a taxi. By himself.
Taxi, bro.
Trey the Truth. Pulled up in a taxi by himself. Got out. I said, nigga, you by yourself? Hey. He said, nigga, I'm with you. And hung out with us all night.
Wow, that's gangster.
Nah, that's just, that's respectable.
Everybody ain't, Trey the Truth all day.
Everybody ain't doing that kind of shit.
Right.
By the time, shout out to Trey the Truth, man. Trey the Truth,
That bullshit.
brother been positive. He's a guy that I admire for his crossover with his community. He does a lot for the homeless, the elderly, as well as when they got those hurricanes and tornadoes and floods and ice storm. He gets out there, hands-on, knocks on doors, checks on families, and donate stuff. So shout out to Trey the Truth. I think Trey actually got an album he might have just dropped. I kind of saw it on Instagram. I don't remember the name, but y'all go to Trey the Truth's Spotify and just look for his new album, whatever it says 2023. Y'all download it. I'm pretty sure it's some fire.
Trey the Truth is like the reason why I use the calendar app in my phone to keep track of my schedule, because I remember I scheduled an interview with him and it was like a couple weeks in advance, and then he just texted me one day and he's like, "Hey, I'm here for the interview," and I realized that I had just completely spaced it, and that was when I decided, all right, I gotta actually get my life under control here. All right, I gotta do a thing with Steve-O momentarily. Anything else that we should?
Steve-O?
You know Steve-O from Jackass?
Oh yeah.
White dude who gets kicked in the balls.
I need some support.
Yes, you do.
And I'm actually
in what way?
I'm actually right here on putting you on black.
Great.
I set myself up, boy.
My diaper commercial.
I set myself up,
on the No Jumper platform. You can do that for me. Also, to the people in St. Louis, I got off the phone with the radio station. The sister by the name of Princess. I'm sending over 200 80 count boxes. We're gonna do giveaways off the radio station for the diaper bank for the whole September. I'm gonna have for the parents that do sends in reaction videos of how the diaper worked for them, how great it was. You send them back in. We're gonna be giving away gas cards. We're gonna be giving away cards. You can go shopping at your local grocery stores. And hell, you know what? For that Willy Wonka box, that magical box, I might even give away a couple thousand. If you can send me back that goddamn receipt. We might just do a raffle on that. But we coming to St. Louis, Incredible Diapers. I'm taking over the billboards. We're taking over the radio. Morning, midday, and late night show.
Maybe you get Sexy Red. She's a St. Louis icon. She can rock your diapers.
Red.
Yeah.
She from St. Louis?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Sexy
She's
Red.
blood too.
Keep doing what she's doing. I like what she's doing.
Yeah.
I like
you
how
could
she
have her
took
rocking the diapers.
something that had nothing to do with music.
Throw that ass in a circle.
Right?
Hey, throw that ass in the circle.
STDs.
Hey, throw that ass in the circle.
Cross-marketed to her name and picked up extra fan base. Man, you hear that broad talking about she had STDs? What broad? Sexy Red. Who was that? It's rapper chick. What rapper chick? Yeah, she got the song such and such. That was ingenious. You up-and-coming artists who too gangster and pay attention. Look what Sexy Red did. This shit is 70% gimmick, 30% music. Give me a non-rapping motherfucker that know how to market theyself over a rapping motherfucker that's too cool to market theyself, too cool to TikTok, too cool to tap in with their alter ego, right?
I don't trust anybody who's never had an STD.
Huh?
If you want to be cool with me, you got burnt at least a couple times.
That's right though. You gotta have some gimmicks.
Some
man.
life experience.
Everybody
right?
like to laugh. You don't got too many people like to cry.
That's real.
Put that comedy in it. Put that humor in it. You gonna win. Man.
Yeah, and I've been burnt many times.
I'm gonna get all right now.
Oh yeah, I know what it's like to take a piss and you